TSB Bank Arena here in the capital of Aotearoa, New Zealand. Wellington on the waterfront. Looking forward to this one this evening. The Saints and the Bulls. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way first. NBL a little bit later tonight. And as expected, got a feeling these two are going to be absolutely beauties of games. There's a lot on the line for both of these teams. Miles Pearce is with me, Justin Nelson. Bit of spice. Always. Yes. We've seen over the last couple of years between these two teams tonight. I reckon we'll get it this evening as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to come across in the Rapid League game as well as the NZNBL game. The Bulls are playing great defensive principles and theories this year, and their physicality is through the roof. It's great.
Well, here's the Sky Broadband Rapid League ahead of this one tonight between the Saints and the Bulls, and the Saints looking very, very good, sitting second on the ladder. They have jumped up over a couple in recent weeks. The Bulls have been on a bit of a slide. They're down to 8th at the moment. Don't forget, all the points scored and all the points conceded by these teams also go over to the NZNBL ladder, and that goes towards percentage, and it is very, very important you get that right.
Yeah, that's going to make a huge impact to that top 4, top 6, particularly the top 6, as we get down, a handful of games to go.
Here's the Bull starters for this one. Drew Leo, Lasongiape, Christian Varno, really good story. We'll talk more about him shortly. Coca Gray, Kelman Poto and Perry. That's the way the Franklin Bulls will line up in tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League. Let's have a look at the home team. They do have a new face coming into the team. Corey Lovell has returned from Harcombe College. We'll have a chat about him throughout the game as well. Gold, Dougal Meter, Prooster and Caslow Evans Jr. That's the way the Saints will start this one. The all-important Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape. We're looking at one of the best scoring teams. Very, very good on the field goal percentage and the three-point percentage. Look at the team assist, though, in 16 minutes of action.
And talking to Tohi Smith-Milner earlier, he emphasised that the Saints, just the ball movement they've got this year and, leading the league in assists in Rapid League just is great proof of that.
Well, it's 1 versus 11, isn't it? Saints and the Bulls tonight. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official partner, Chemist Warehouse. Our coin officials for this one, Matthew Bathurst, who I think has a late replacement, I believe. I can see Callum Welsh out there on the floor, so he will be looking after proceedings here.
I believe Matt's at home a little bit unwell.
Come down sick, yeah, so we know he'll be watching on. We hope you're well, Matt, as these two teams step out to get this one underway. Lots of stories around tonight's NZNBL game coming up. The Saints have a new import in town. Look out for that. Lat Mayen has been released for the season. Hiram Harris is still out injured, but we may have a bit of an update on that for you later this evening. So stay tuned. Some Hiram Harris news on the way.
Big news. Big time. There we go. Just such a key piece this year of the Saints, and to see him go down hurt, it's been really good to see others step up and fill that role. Young
Corey Lovell straight into the jump, going up against Dom Kelman Poto. We're underway. Sky Broadband Rapid League Sunday evening in the capital. Hello, wherever you may be watching right around the world. It'll be the Bulls with the first possession in this one. Drew Leo. Lasongiape sends it down to Kelman Poto, spins inside Lovell. Will he eventually get it up? He will on the reverse, and he draws the foul. Classic DKP.
Well, Lovell's got some athletic ability and length, but the experience and strength of DKP down low, just too much there. As you see, his patience, playing off 2 feet, and a lovely little reverse finish.
Earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, the Auckland Tuatara high-scoring game against the Tauranga Phi got home 48-35.
Charlie Dalton had a blinder.
He's in a bit of form right now, isn't he? Chemist Warehouse stripe good for Dom Kelman Poto, and the Bulls lead this one early by 3.
Hey, Timon, watch side screen.
Dion Prooster, great to have him back in the competition. Evans Jr.'s been in form. Dougal Meter all the way to the hoop, leaves it short.
Sure, but you can just see that ball movement right there. Great baseline drive. The hammer pass out to Dougal Meter, reads the closeout and drives himself. This is Drew after a week off, away ill. Great to see him back, and Christian Varno back on court.
Lasongiape scored 16 against the Saints in their last Rapid League meeting. Had a 20-point game earlier this season as well. Pretty good in 16 minutes. Sam Gold can hit a triple, and does. He's been a really good inclusion mid-season, hasn't he? The local returning from college, Sam Gold.
Well, it's been great to see some of these guys returning from college and be able to contribute to not only the Rapid League games, but the Sal's NBL as well.
Kelman Potor draws a foul on Lovell. We spoke to Dom just before we came to air here tonight, and I just expressed my disappointment that his hairstyle hasn't changed since last week. We had him in the game up against the Jets. Not often that DKP doesn't go with a change midweek.
He did say that it's still the lower North Island, so that you could get away with that one.
Right.
So we see a little Iverson action there.
Dion Prewster called for the foul now. And that's going to put the Bulls to the line here. So some early foul trouble for the Saints. 3 quick fouls. And now the raging Bulls have a chance to spend plenty of time at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Drew Leo puts the first one down. He's had an interesting season. I dare say he expected to probably play more Sal's NBL this season, under 9 minutes a game.
But with the imports they've got and the position he plays, you can see where, you know, it would be hard to find minutes for a guy like that. Scott, Muhammad, just so good. Isaac Davidson, as we see. The Saints get all the way to the rim and get their own and one right there.
Yeah, Keslow Evans Jr. is having some sort of a season in the Rapid League. And I guess for Drew Leo, the good news is we now do have the Sky Broadband Rapid League, so he's still getting plenty of reps. He's still out there playing plenty of minutes.
He is indeed. Not as many as Christian Varno, though.
Well, that is a big story, isn't it? Christian Varno, who's back into the Bulls lineup this evening, missed last week through illness. He's played 8 Sky Broadband Rapid League games, has not come off the court once. Sam Gold with the block there. That's incredible.
That is absolutely amazing.
I think he's the only player in the competition. Evans Jr. strong over Kelman Potor, no less.
A great finish as we see Varno go right back to him. Right back at him, I should say.
Deflection came off the hand of Evans Jr. there. As Halamaile steps onto the floor for the Bulls, just running the 6 players in this Rapid League game. In fact, both teams are.
Bringing an import off the bench, each team.
Of course, imports cannot play in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Halamaile can't get it to go. 7-5, midway through the first.
And we know that the Saints can put points on the board and points on the board quick.
We've got some experience out there. Prewster, Dougal Meter as well. Evans Jr., Coca Gray trying to stop his run. Did well. Catch, shoot, Dougal Meter.
There's not too many in the league at the moment that are shooting the ball as well as he is. Doesn't need a lot of time and space to get that off. I'm looking forward to Ethan Rusbatch doing the same sort of thing tonight in the Sal's NBL.
Oh, yeah. Rangi Maria, Dougal Meter going at just under 8 points a game in the Rapid League. Big Lovell making his debut tonight. Takes the rebound. As we said, just back from college.
Gold can't hold on to that pass. A little high-low action. Miley short on that one.
Contact and no whistle.
The experience of Prewster settles everything down.
Both of these teams have made plenty of changes to their roster through the season, haven't they? Lat Mayen let go during the week. He's in the final squad of 25, I think it is, for the South Sudanese Olympic team, so we wish him well there. Gold misses from the corner. Saints retain possession. Evans Jr. makes the Bulls pay.
And just like that, 13-5 lead for the Saints.
Can rack up the score quickly in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. We saw another 83 points this afternoon between the Tuatara and the Phi. Milet gets it to go right on the buzzer at quarter time, just what the Bulls needed. And the first one is down in the Sky Broadband Rapid League here in Wellington tonight. The home team, the Saints in blue, lead this one 13-7 it is now. That score ticker will change momentarily, and that'll give us an opportunity to get very, very hungry on a Sunday evening. The large buffalo chicken pizza with thanks to Sal's, that's this week's special. $40. Sal's Basketball is the online code. That's available till the next Tuesday, June 18. Sunday night is always a good night for pizza.
It is. It is.
Good night to get onto the FIBA starter as well, with thanks to Sky Broadband. $30 a month for the first 3 months. skybroadband.co.nz. That offer ends at the end of this month. T's and C's apply. Jump in and pick that one up. $30 a month for the first 3 months. Sky Broadband, of course, naming rights partner of this brand new world first innovation, the Rapid League. Not only successful, but it has also unearthed a heap of young talent here in New Zealand over the opening 12 rounds, hasn't it?
It has, and what's great to see is the level of play and the level of the combination of experience and youth. It's really, really cool. And I think the advantages are showing out in the NZNBL, and, you know, particularly you mentioned Lat Mayan released, you know, in that final squad for the South Sudan. You know, we've got Tall Blacks, we've got potential Boomers, and we got a number of international representatives really putting their stuff on show.
Chemist Warehouse stats, the Saints shooting at 71% in the first quarter. The Bulls at 28%. Dion Prooster, back of the iron, gets after it himself. The 34-year-old brings it out, settles it down.
Vano taken off a little early on that one. Prooster able to follow his shot.
Oh, he's just gone down mid-court too. Bit of a tweak of the ankle, doesn't matter, he's back to his feet. Thada Piese onto the floor, drains the triple for the Saints. They're up and going in this second quarter, out to a 9-point lead now.
And just another great example of their ball movement. We see Drew Leo go upstairs and catch and finish that one.
Bulls respond with a basket of their own. Shot clock at 10. Evans Jr. Pass off target inside. The athletic Lasongiape comes up with it. Ball under the wing, gets all the way to the hoop, can't finish. Evans Jr. on the slap. And Kelman Poto will revisit the Chemist Warehouse.
I think that's a great example on both ends, really, the last couple of possessions of the assist count that we showed on the Chemist Warehouse stats earlier. The ball movement of the Saints just generates those assists, where the Bulls have got some guys that really create shots very well, putting the ball on the floor. So their assist count won't be as high, but you see Drew Leo getting all the way to the rim on that, just using his speed and athletic ability.
Vano. What can the young guard do from here? Ball on the floor, a little bit of a hesitation underneath, loose, picked up. Saints. Downtown, yes! Dougal Meter, well beyond the arc, drains the big triple. And they're out by 10.
He does not need that much time or space, and the Bulls just gave him too much of both on that.
A couple of triples tonight for Dougal Meter. Lasongiape can't get it to go. They're on the run again. Thata Piese, great hand in there from Brody Perry with the strip. That is timing at its best.
It was indeed. It looked like Brody Perry got it back down onto gold, but referee, point officials clearly had a better view on that.
Midway through the second, turnover, Saints. Sloppy stuff from them.
Evans missed Dougal Meter on that basket cut on the first one, then just overthrew it to gold.
Game high scorer, Caslow Evans Jr. with 7. Here he is playing defense on Christian Vano. Couple of hands on, not a lot in that, but still.
No, referee's really clamping down. 2 hands on, automatic foul.
Earlier today in the Cells NBL, Tuatara at home bouncing back from their loss against the Rams. They took down the Phi 100-77, home by 23. There's been some big margins in round 12.
There have indeed, and the Rams are just on fire. As we see Drew Leo all the way to the rim.
Yeah, the Rams in the Cells NBL yesterday, 107 over the Jets, 66. Downtown, back-to-back for the Saints. Same spot on the floor. Dougal Meter with one, Prewster with the next. I'm not sure whether that Rams and Jets result, Miles, says more about the Rams or more about the Jets and where they're at.
Possibly a little bit of both. The Rams were very, very good, even knowing, even having a couple of guys come off the bench, you know, a little bit under the weather. They really did put a good performance together.
Saints by 11 here, heading towards half-time. Here's Sam Gold on Miley on the reverse. Too easy in the end.
Well, if the Saints can keep this scoring pace up, we could be in for a record night. 52, I believe, is the Cells NBL record.
Sits with the Rams. Varno for 3, short. Perry underneath, short. Second time's a beauty. On the putback.
Brody Perry just has a motor. His work ethic and work rate is so high.
Player timeout called by the Saints. Gone a little bit early with 39.5 to play in this second quarter, but they will advance the ball here. Of course, a new record individual scorer in the Sky Broadband Rapid League last week down in Dunedin. Matthew Bardsley, 25 points.
All the way from sunny Palmerston North, now plying his trade down in Otago.
He is actually, you're right.
Product of Palmerston North Boys High School. Great to see him getting out there and putting in the work. What
was he like as a youngster hanging around Palmy?
The same as he is as a still young man hanging out in Otago, no doubt. He's a great man to be around.
So out of that player timeout, the Saints with another triple. They are on fire from downtown in this one this evening. 6 of 8 now. Songi Ape with the miss. Coca Gray battling for it. Shot clock off. Down to 10. Down by 14. Varno searching, wants to use all the time here. Hard on the spin, gets it to go, draws the whistle. So something positive for the Franklin Bulls on the edge of half-time. Varno with the chance on the three-point play. He'll step up to the Chemist Warehouse. There'll be something back on the clock here. Don't think it'll be much. Don't forget the Saints have already used their player timeout. It's going to be 0.3 of a second going on the shot clock, or on the game clock, I should say. But more importantly, maybe just a slice of confidence for the Bulls here, Miles.
You're right, and hopefully this basket, Varno sees the ball go through, and that gives him a little bit of a boost heading into the break. But something that the Bulls have been very good at is the defensive end of the floor. The Saints are 76% from the floor this half.
It's impressive, isn't it? I think Caslow Evans Jr. on the floor in front of us is just making the point that we've already used our player timeout, so we're not about to call another one. There's that finish from Varno.
If the bench lets them, you'd have it, take a punt.
I think it's a tech foul, actually, if you've already used your player timeout and then call it again.
Chris Webber situation.
Yeah. Varno up, in. Saints will literally pass it to someone. That'll do us. Don't worry about that. Half-time. Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight here from Wellington. I can tell you, for those who aren't in town here tonight, cold, miserable, raining outside. Nice and warm inside as the crowd continues to file in. Salza NBL Sunday night action. Looking forward to it. Saints and the Bulls right now, though, all about the Rapid League. Caslow Evans Jr. leading the way.
He is, and in more ways than one, he's been a force on the defensive end, but the Saints right now just getting it done from the three-point line. We see Corey Lovell, first game, 3 rebounds. Evans leading the way indeed, 5 assists, 8 minutes.
It's been good, hasn't he?
Gold with that block.
Couple of steals for both teams there as well. Chemist Warehouse stats, as always. They are the official stats partner of the Sellers NBL and the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Winners so far in round 12 in the Rapid League. Nuggets defeated the Airs by 13. Giants over the Rams by 4. Giants flying high, top of the ladder in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Airs got over the Sharks by 5. The Rams in a thriller over the Jets by 1. Giants on the road took down the Hawks by 7. And then earlier today, the Tuatara 13 points to the good over the Fire. Here at halftime, the Saints 27, the Bulls 16. Any other stats of note, Miles Pearce, before the third quarter gets underway?
Well, the Saints are just sharing the wealth. Everyone has scored except for Corey Lovell. And the reason he hasn't scored, he hasn't taken a shot. He's been in everything else.
It's pretty hard to get points on the board if you're not taking shots.
Come up with a steal and assist.
Can't say I've ever seen.
3 rebounds.
I don't think I've ever seen it happen, have you?
No. I do like the story that there was a NBA record set where someone scored without any time coming off the clock. Do you know who that was?
Go on.
Plays for Southeast Melbourne now.
Go on.
Mitch Creek.
There you go.
There was a...
was that a tech foul at the start of the game?
No, in the NBA, the rule is if someone comes off hurt,
right,
the opposing team gets to select the person coming in and the free throw shooter.
Did that and then went straight off the court.
Went straight in, missed the first, made the second, and coach had already subbed him out.
So literally played 0-0-0
yes,
and scored.
And scored a point.
Nice, good story. I like that. Mitch Creek, the boy from Horsham in country Victoria. Gee, they've produced some players over the years. The tiny town of Horsham, as Dom Kelman-Poto draws the foul. I think the Bruce brothers come from Horsham, don't they? Have I got that right?
That is the place to be.
Blink and you miss it when you drive through Horsham. I've been there a couple of times over the years.
I feel like Reece Carter might be out there somewhere as well.
Gippslander, Reece Carter. Different direction in country Victoria. I'll pull the map up
he's
in between games tonight and just educate you a little bit.
I feel like he is a country Vic kid.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, out of Gippsland. Reece Carter, sure of it. Down the Morwell-Terrelgan way. In fact, Terrelgan has produced a lot of very good Australian international basketballers over the years, especially women. Jenna O'Hay, former Opals captain. Jade Melbourne, who's currently playing in the WNBA. She's out of that same area as Reece Carter. Dougal Meter on fire tonight. That one doesn't go down.
Little long.
I feel like it's a bit of a basketball classroom here tonight on Sky Sport.
Oh, we try and do our thing as we see DKP.
He does his thing.
Score inside. And this is where the Bulls do a great job scoring points in the paint. But unfortunately, if you're trading that with the amount of threes they've given up, as we see in Dion Brewster knock another one down.
That is classic Brewster, isn't it?
You're never going to win the math on that.
A couple of triples for him, and he's just starting to find touch. Pretty good sign heading towards the Sellers NBL Final 6. Having the 2021 season MVP finding some touch. Here he is, right on cue, fires away. That one doesn't go.
Well, coming off a season where he didn't play in Japan, he was there as one of the coaches, working with Paul Hanade and Trent Adams.
Yeah, really nice pickup for the Saints mid-season. Off the back of the mid-season trade window. Josh Tagovailoa headed to the Jets, of course. Freed up some space. In comes Dion Brewster. Dougal Meter gives it up to Gold in the corner. That one rattles around the iron. Picked up by Kelman-Poto. All of a sudden gets busy, the big fella. He's been solid tonight for the Bulls. That will count for Lasongiape, high off the glass, and he'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. Bulls just hanging around.
They are. They able to put the ball on the floor, get into the paint.
Within 10 now, midway through the third quarter. If you're just joining us, Sal's NBL coming up shortly. Love some Sunday night hoops. And Terry Henderson Jr., 30-year-old import out of Raleigh, North Carolina. You say Raleigh or Raleigh? What do you go with?
Whatever is the correct pronunciation. I'm sure I won't get it as we see Dougal Meter off on that. Lovell gets his first shot blocked. The Bulls get it back. Leads at 9. They can cut it short. Raleigh,
Yeah.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Not sure what to expect from the new import, but he does have some good pedigree. Played in Poland, Canada and Italy. Also spent a couple of seasons with the Greensboro Swarm in the NBA G League, and had a couple of NBA Summer League stints as well with Charlotte and Indiana. So we look forward to seeing him on the floor a little bit later on this evening in blue for the first time.
The Saints have done a great job with their imports this year. Everyone contributing, as we see Varno for 3. Lovell snaps up that rebound. The Bulls still haven't connected from 3.
Looking forward to seeing Ben Ayre and Josh Scott go at it tonight, two of the fastest players in the competition. Varno. Corner ball, Coca Gray. That one doesn't go down. Saints bring it forward again. Tempo is good. Heading towards three-quarter time.
And I think you're right, the tempo is good. The tempo is just better for the Saints at the moment.
Evans Jr. And he's right up there in the MVP race for the Sky Broadband Rapid League as well. Caslow Evans Jr. Spent some time with the Nelson Giants. Prooster, steal, good hands, may have stepped out of court, he did.
What was the 9th 3 hit by the Wellington Saints in this Rapid League game?
I don't know what the record is in the Rapid for made three-pointers. You'd think the Saints would be giving it a nudge right now with 9. 27 of their 33 points. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Aye.
Yeah, that's up there.
9 of 16 from 3.
Well, their Sal's NBL team, was it last week or the week before, put up 53-point attempts. I think that was against the Jets. Blocked there for Prooster. Varno with a little floater gets it to go. 53-point attempts I think they put up against the Jets last week.
And it was a couple of seasons ago that they...
Against the Bulls, they had 28 three-pointers in a game, didn't they? Oh, Evans Jr. How nice was that? Three-quarter time. An absolute highlight in the dying seconds. Oh, my, look at that. Caslow Evans Jr. putting on a clinic tonight.
He's being very creative.
Has he got 14? Or 12? 12 points in the game.
12 points, a handful of assists. Creating for himself and teammates.
Definitely the player of the game, isn't he? Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, Chemist Warehouse. And at the moment, in this one, all of the stats are leaning towards the Wellington Saints, still shooting at 56%. And as you said, 9 triples in that score of 35.
Well, they've definitely cooled off from the 70+% they were shooting at halftime. But still 56%. 9 of 16 from the 3.
0 of 5 from beyond the arc for the Bulls. Joe Reddish there, taking the whiteboard for the Bulls. Always good to see the assistant coaches involved in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Troy McLean doing likewise for the Saints. Dion Prooster and Sam Pan having a chat. I think it's friendly. Maybe a little bit of advice.
A little bit educational.
Not sure who's educating who there. Final quarter underway here tonight. 4x4 minute quarters, of course, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Early foul called here.
Brody Perry picks that early foul up. Just 6 seconds into the fourth.
Joe Reddish and Dougal Meter just having a bit of a chat, bit of a laugh.
I'm sure Coach Reddish is just offering some shooting advice.
Might be wasting his breath.
I think so.
Not sure. Not sure.
Maybe he's just asking him not to shoot as many.
I was going to say, not sure that Marnie needs too much shooting advice. No disrespect to Coach Reddish. Sam Gold. Evans Jr. straight on the floor, skipping through, inside, outside, deserved a basket there. But they go again. Prooster. Evans Jr. is fouled by Coca Gray. He's got a great first step, hasn't he, Caslow Evans Jr.?
He does. Just that change of speed really gets guys on their heels, and he's able to get feet in paint, get to the rim to finish, and find teammates on those kickouts.
Prooster has been productive in this one.
The flowing locks of Brody Perry pulls down that rebound.
Through traffic, Drew Leo just unable to get the job done. He's got 9 points in the game.
Just a little under his season average. And it was tough for the Bulls last week when we saw them play in the Sky Broadband Rapid. Without Varno, as we see Brewster float a pass in, but without Christian Varno and Drew Leo, about 17, 18 points missing out of their lineup.
Yeah, they were both sick last week, weren't they? Jets got the win in that one. Stormed home to victory. I think Halamile might have travelled there. He did.
Yeah, Dougal made a great job walling up the 3-and-D man for the Wellington Saints.
Halasiale Maile, who's had some good patches throughout the season thus far. May see him play some spot minutes tonight in the NZNBL. It's going to be a hot one, isn't it, between the Saints and the Bulls? When they met earlier this season, just 2 points separated them at the Stockyard. Saints got home in a thriller. Got a feeling tonight's game will be just as close. Thada Paese from the corner is fouled after the shot.
DKP raises the hand straight away. Got caught, but I agree. And this Sal's NBL game coming up has huge impact on the standings.
Yeah, it does, massive. If the Saints win tonight, they jump back up to third on the table. They'll leapfrog the Taranaki Airs. If the Bulls win tonight, they jump above the Saints. So they jump into fourth position, and the Saints will drop to fifth position. So huge game, big ramifications either way. Of course, in the final six, the top four teams are guaranteed a home final.
And that is
huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
Absolutely massive.
So a lot on the line still to come here from TSB Bank Arena. Settle in for a Sunday night of hoops. It's going to be a lot of fun. Crowd continuing to build. Margin at 15 here. Midway through the last. Kelman Poto draws a foul on young Lovell.
The strength, wisdom and experience there. Taking advantage of the youthful exuberance of Lovell.
Bulls play the Airs next week, by the way.
There is not an easy run home for anyone. With only a handful or so of games for every team.
Just thought I'd throw that in there. Next Sunday night, the Bulls at home to the Airs. That'll be fun. Varno, speaking of fun.
Varno, a product of Waikato country. I remember watching him play a couple of years ago at one of the age group tournaments and just tore it up. So it's great to see him make that leap from the juniors into the Sal's NBL.
Just over 1:40 to play. Evans Jr. inside. Lasongi getting up.
Lovell still unable to find his first points in the Rapid League.
Kelman Poto hustling and bustling back out to Vano for 3. That doesn't go down. And just a cheeky slap off the rebound against Dom Kelman Poto. And that might send the Saints the length of the floor. There's that block.
Great athletic play. Denying Lovell his first points. But everyone else has picked up the slack in the scoring department. Lovell, 8 rebounds, couple of assists, doing all the dirty work.
Long and lean, isn't he, Corey Lovell, on debut tonight. Back home from a stint at Harcombe College. I believe you know the coaching staff there.
Yeah, John Ball. We've conversed a few times trying to get some Kiwi guys over there. Good program. He's been there a few years.
Margin at 15. Win for the Saints coming up. Lasongi, Kelman Poto, look away pass to the corner. Sam Gold got a hand on that.
Talking about the length of Corey Lovell, the length of Sam Gold to block that 3.
Here's Prooster now. Oh, they go under and they allow that shot. Can't finish. Ball ends up back in the hands of Dion Prooster. Gold, corner, ball on the floor, left it behind, picked up by Kelman Poto. Vano now around Gold on the reverse. That's a nice basket.
Great little finish, flips it up with his right hand. But unfortunately for the Bulls, just not enough firepower from downtown. The Saints 9 made threes to the Bulls 0.
Dying seconds of this one. Coca Gray with the block on Thada Paese. The guards working in tandem here. Lasongi Ape steps back to his left off the glass. So athletic, isn't he, Drew Leo Lasongi Ape? Play a timeout called by the Saints. They'll advance with 6.2 to play here tonight.
Can the Saints figure out something to grab that 10th 3 of this Rapid League game?
Looks like Tyson Paeta Paese taking control of that little huddle. Do you think he'll have the ball in hand off this inbound maybe? Margin at 11, Saints with a late chance. Every point counts, of course. Got to keep scoring. Dougal Meter through the gates. Sends it back out to Sam Gold. What a way to finish tonight for the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. Just under a second to play. The Bulls will get their chance to add one more. Play a timeout for them. They're going to advance and see if they can return serve on the buzzer.
Well, 0.8 seconds is enough time to catch and shoot, but it can't be catch, dribble and shoot. It's not a whole lot of time. But that impressive little elevator play, Dougal Meter coming up, being able to put the ball on the floor, defense collapse, and another assist and another 3. 10 threes in the game.
Quite amazing. Here we go. Can the Bulls give us something late here? Kelman Poto through hands. One too many passes. That one won't count. Even if it had gone down, it didn't. And that is the final score in the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. Wellington Saints get the win. 43-29. They jumped out early and never looked back. They won all 4 quarters here tonight. Sal's NBL not too far away. Let's have a quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats for this one. And it's going to be dominated by the Wellington Saints.
It is indeed. They dominated the game. Their ball movement was great. They shot the lights out as well. Lovell, unable to score tonight, but 9 rebounds.
Which is impressive in 16 minutes.
Fantastic. Evans couldn't add to his assist tally from halftime. Still had 5.
Had a good game though, didn't he, tonight?
Oh, very good. Very good. As you mentioned, he's up there in those MVP rankings for for the Rapid League.
There's the steals. All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. So one down. Now our attention turns to the big one tonight in the Sal's NBL Sunday Night Hoops. Great way to finish off round 12. Saints win, they move to third. If the Bulls win, they overtake the Saints and jump up into the top four. It will be on. Make no mistake about that. When they met earlier this season, just 2 points separated them. Can't wait for this one this evening. Saints and the Bulls coming up after the break. We'll have a look at some of the best highlights in season 2024, and then we are straight back here, local time 6:30 this evening, for more Sal's NBL action. Saints and the Bulls on the way.
ladies and gentlemen, please direct your eyes to the big screen for this week's Toyota Basketbol shootout video. Wellington, welcome back to TSB Arena for round 12 of the NZNBL with our Albert Saints taking on the Franklin Bulls. Big shout out to game night sponsor Clarity Insurance and all our sponsors here at the Albert Saints. Of course, the main naming sponsor, Albert, Packete Lower, Packete Kilburn, Wellington Toyota, Barnacar, Bulldog Sweets and Sal's Pizzas. The other sponsors here in Saints are Go Media, Ibis, Club Active, ZN, Deliver Easy, Wilson Parking, Wellington City Council, Panhead, Leakville Station, Food Envy, Mother Earth, Ocular, One New Zealand, Floatwell, Fire Master, Blend Things, NW Group, and Fix It Fitzy. Saints family, one more introduction to be had. Number 81 on his jersey, but number 1 in our hearts. The best mascot in all the land.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for exciting, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E.
to the moon. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care what you think.
Kia ora, Edafano, namai haramai. Hello and welcome to the home of the Mills Albert Wellington Saints here at TSB Bank Arena. Right on the water in Wellington. Sunday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. Great to have you with us. Saints and the Bulls coming your way. We've got a visitor here in commentary. See if we can say g'day to Magilla, who's just dropped in. Come in here, Magilla. A little
Let's
bit
get in.
There we go. Now, is that the best mascot in the Sal's NBL? Miles Pearce is with me tonight. Justin Nelson with you as well. There he is, Magilla Gorilla jumping up and down. Great. Go away, will you? Go away. Great to see you. Best mascot in the competition, or?
Oh, he's up there. I do like G.I. Ant as well. I think it's a clever play. I like it.
Don't think he realised we were on air then. Here's the mixandpick.com poll, the viewers poll tonight. Who do you think's going to win? There's the QR code. Scan away. Sal's Pizza's up for grabs, and at the moment, the majority of you going with the Saints. Only 2 points separated these two teams when they met earlier this season at the Stockyard. The Saints got home by those 2 points. Saints win tonight, they jump to third on the ladder. If the Bulls win tonight, they actually overtake the Saints and move up to fourth on the ladder. There it is, right on cue, the Sal's NBL ladder as it stands. The Tuatara with a win this afternoon against the Phi. Have a look at 4v5 though.
It's going to be a great game, and as you mentioned, only a 2-point game last time these guys met, but huge ramifications for the ladder, the Sal's NBL ladder.
As I said, Bulls win tonight, they overtake the Saints. If the Saints win tonight, they overtake the Airs. Round 13 tips off on Wednesday. The Aucklanders at home to the Nuggets. The Nuggets need some wins to stay in contention for that 6th position. So too the Hawks. They take on the Saints on Thursday. Friday night, the Sharks at home down in the Deep South taking on the Tauranga Phi. The Phi also still in the hunt for the final 6 as well. The Bulls are in town. They will be very keen for a win here on foreign territory. Rusbach, Mohammed, Davidson, Timmins and Skinner are the starting 5, and I like this unit, Miles.
Yeah, I love the way they're playing. These guys are first in the league in points in the paint. You know, it's going to be a great battle for Tohi Smith-Milner and the bigs from the Wellington Saints up against the likes of Timmins and DKP.
Well, Lee Skinner playing his 3rd game tonight for the Franklin Bulls. Had a double-double last week against the Jets. Miles, you caught up with him before this evening's big contest. Let's go and have a chat now with Lee Skinner.
Welcome to Wellington. Big game for you last week. Huge defensive play at the end. How have you come off of that one and into this one to prepare?
I think we had a great week of practice this week. We took a step forward. Defense is our identity, and that should help dictate the flow of the game. So, you know, over with last one, and we got a big one here tonight.
You do. You got a big one here and a handful of games coming down the stretch. What are some key points that you guys need to lock into to get that top 4 spot and secure it?
I think just coming to work every day, being aggressive, like I said, defensive-minded, physical, attention to detail, focus, execution. That'll help us go a long way.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Just 24% of the viewers going for the Bulls tonight. I think that's a little bit light on.
Yeah, particularly, you know, both teams coming in after some wins, and a great win on the road for the Bulls last week. Really tough, able to get a defensive play, to win the game against the Jets, as we see the Saints line up.
This is the way they'll start. The 12-time champs, Leafa Henderson Jr. is a new name, a new face. The 30-year-old 196 centimetre out of Raleigh, North Carolina, a product of West Virginia and North Carolina State. Some NBA G League experience, plenty of it in fact. Has also played in Poland, Canada and Italy. He comes in. Latmayan has been released. Ben Air. Tohi Smith-Milner in career best form this season in the Sal's NBL. Dane Samuel gets the start. Let's now go and have a chat with that man right there, Tohi Smith-Milner.
Tohi, you're having a great season. 19 and 9 rebounds, career highs. How are you guys getting it done, and how are your teammates getting you the ball to do this work?
It was just ball movement, a lot of ball movement. Yeah, we've got a lot of firepower on this team, so when one guy's taken away, then another guy steps up. Yeah, just the collective.
And with a handful of games to go, you guys are really fighting for that top 4 spot. What are you guys focusing in on as we head into crunch time in the season?
Mainly just defense. Our offense is pretty good right at the moment, but I'm just fine-tuning things on the defensive end.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Playing really well, isn't he? Dohi Smith-Milner, just over 19 points at 52% this season, 9 rebounds a game, and a career high 2.9 made three-pointers per game, 2.6 free throws made per game, and those points and rebounds also career highs as well. Good signs for the Saints.
It is indeed, as we see a few numbers here on the Chemist Warehouse stats. The amount of threes.
Three-point attempts. Look at the three-point attempts there.
Man, and the crazy one for me is they're shooting the same percentage.
Yeah, Saints are just putting up a lot more, aren't they? Look at Isaiah Liafa, 4.6 made threes, #1 in the league per game.
And Rusbach, you know, great shooter, off with the Tall Blacks in the not too distant future at 3 a game. I feel like he needs more. He needs more attempts. For the Bulls to be contenders this year, he's shooting the ball so well, I think he needs a few more threes.
And those two players, of course, will be heading off to Tall Blacks duty this week. Liafa and Rusbach, the coin officials tonight. Callum Welch, Sam Pan. Looks like Regan Ashley has joined the show. Matthew Bathurst, a late withdrawal through to illness. He'll be on the couch watching tonight. Hope you're well, Matt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, great opportunity for Regan to come in, get another game under his belt.
Earlier tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, the Saints got the win over the Bulls, 43-29. There are the Bulls on screen. Sebastian Gleim, the coach, giving the last instructions to his team. I think this one's going to be feisty. I think these two teams are going to go at it in a big way. For you at home, it's all about the Saints tonight. 76% of the vote right now sits with the home team to get the win.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, the Saints dropped a couple here not too long ago. A couple in a row at home.
Yeah, lost to the Giants and to the Rams. The Rams really cleaned them up.
And so, you know, those votes. Saints are coming off a home win, their last game. But those votes, I thought they might be a little closer after the 2-point battle that they had up north.
I certainly think the Bulls deserve a little bit more love than that. Come on, Bulls fans, get involved. MVP poll coming up a little bit later tonight as well. That's where you at home, all of the fans on your devices, you get the chance to have your say and select our MVP of tonight's game. Isaiah Liafa steps on the floor for the Saints. Good crowd in attendance as always as TSB Bank Arena, the closing game of round 12. Ben Air, his parents are in the building tonight. They've flown over from New Zealand to see the 28-year-old Melbourneian in action. Had 30 points last time out against the Bulls. And as we said, career best form right now for this man, Dohi Smith-Milner. 19 points, 9 rebounds a game. He is in some sort of form. Dane Samuel, mid-season addition. He gets the start tonight. Lat Mayen has been released. He's part of the 25-man squad for the South Sudanese Olympic team. And here's the new face. Terry Henderson Jr. joins the Saints, playing his first game in the Sal's NBL tonight.
And it's a depth of talent for the Wellington Saints. You know, Lat Mayen goes out, they bring in another import. Late additions through the season, Dane Samuel, Dion Brewster. We saw Corey Lovell get back from college and play his first Rapid League game. They're doing really well.
So many good matchups here. Timmins, Smith-Milner, key one. Muhammad, of course, going up against either Liafa or Air. Josh Scott to come off the bench for the Bulls. Underway, Sal's NBL Sunday night action. Strap yourselves in. This will be an absolute beauty. Air, Samuel, straight into the action. Dane, head down, over Timmins for 2.
Taking that ball right at Sam Timmins through his chest. Dane with the fancy footwork, able to get back and finish with the great.
Had 16 points against the Bulls earlier this season. Timmins inside. Davidson looking to get on the board. Good hand in there from Henderson. Picked up by Skinner on the turnaround, doesn't go down.
And the pace, if the pace is really high, that is going to favour the Wellington Saints.
Henderson Jr. double, turns it over. He's wearing the number 9 for the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. There he is.
First touch of the ball in Sal's NBL. Didn't go quite as according to plan.
Has been involved in the NBA Summer League a couple of times, once with Charlotte, once with Indiana. Skinner inside. That's good over the top of Skinner. Bulls on the board.
And you can see that early double coming from the Wellington Saints as Liafa loses the handle. Skinner able to pick that one off.
Turns it over. Muhammad trying to step around to air. Good to go. So a couple of baskets for the Bulls. Game on.
And we saw that double, the Saints double like that against a couple of bigs throughout the year. Going against Callum McRae, big Callum McRae from the Southland Sharks, and Olbrich and Froling.
Foul on Davidson. Top scorer for the Bulls when they played the Saints at the Stockyard, Ethan Rusbatch, 22 in that game. Muhammad had 19.
Only 19.
Only 19. That was a song, wasn't it? Only 19. Smith Milner is fouled. Is that on Davidson? No, it's going to be on Luther Muhammad. And Smith Milner goes to the Chemist Warehouse line.
See that great ball movement of the Saints, ball going side to side. On the catch from Tohi Smith-Milner, just a little whack upside the head.
Sebastian Gleim, coach of the Bulls. I think he's signed on for another couple of years as well. Good thing about our commentary position here at TSB Bank Arena, we're right next to the opposition bench. And we get to see, watch and experience those opposition coaches right up close. And Sebastian Gleim, I've got a feeling, Miles, is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
He's an energetic young man.
He's literally within reaching distance. Muhammad on the move. Timmins wants Rusbatch, gets him. Out to the wing, Lee Skinner.
Well, there's one of their 6.5 that they make a game. And if the Rapid League was anything to go by, they're going to need to do something from the three-point line.
Bulls by 4. Smith Milner throws it up with a bit of a prayer in the end. That's actually hit the shot clock above the backboard. That's why the whistle is gone. And the heat is on, isn't it?
It is. I love the aggressive take. But Tohi's got to be able to play off 2 feet, take that patience and use his strength. We see a great back cut.
Rusbatch went within a millimetre of flushing that one down.
He'll dunk it when it's worth 3. That'll be his argument on that.
Nice smile on his face as he ran back past us as well. Liafa, that's a tough basket. Only been going 2.5 minutes here, Miles. 9-5.
Ben Hare doing a great job just dogging the ball as we see Davidson hit 3 from almost the same place that Skinner hit.
Bulls up and about. What a start for the visitors tonight, leading by 7. Ends up with Air in the corner. He can't answer. Oh, can he? Oh, friendly roll here on home turf for Ben Air.
That is a shooter's touch as we see Ben Air knock down the 3 and then go and pick up the ball full court.
I feel like they needed that too. Muhammad round Smith-Milner, a lot of contact. Foul called on Tohi Smith-Milner. I think the GJ Gardner Holmes replay will confirm this from a different angle. Watch the hands here. Maybe just his right arm leaning in on the body. Hand on the ball looked pretty clean in the end.
It did from that angle. Trying to look around the shoulders of a coin official as it all happened.
Luther Muhammad doesn't miss many, 84% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season. See Josh Scott in the middle of the picture there on the Bulls bench. Wait till he comes on the floor. I think he's the fastest player in the competition. McGilla trying to get the crowd going. 2 misses, no. Second one is good.
You hear the Bulls coaching staff calling out plays.
Well, I've got a feeling I'm going to get an earache tonight. Sebastian Klein, right in front of us, has not stopped. Air. Misplaced pass, picked up by Skinner. He'll put it down for two. On a charge, the Franklin Bulls.
They are, and they're getting it. They're really getting it done on the defensive end of the floor.
Liafa bailed out with the whistle there. Sebastian Glimes copped his first warning tonight. Geez, it's on right in front of us at the moment. Sam Pancoin, official, has just walked up to Coach Glime and said, right, that's it, no more.
An intense young man.
Just tripping over there, Smith Millen. I don't think he copped any contact.
No, a little bit of a pull the chair action as we see Muhammad find Timmins.
They run this play again to Rusbach. That's a tough pass looking for Timmins. Came off the boot of Samuel. Haven't even gone 4 minutes, and I feel like we're already into a third round of a heavyweight bout.
You can see the pace of this game. A couple of guys already huffing and puffing.
Josh Scott's just come onto the floor as well. Wait till you see the pace of him. Ben Ayres got the job on Luther Muhammad. Looks like Liafa's gone to Scott. Scott to bring it in from the baseline here. Rusbach over Smith-Milner. What a shot. What a shot.
And he does not need a lot of time or space to get that one up. And that's the third three already for the Bulls.
And look at the pressure defensively all over the Saints. Liafa steps around Skinner, but he stepped on the sideline. How many turnovers Saints early in this one? That's their fourth.
Very uncharacteristic. The Saints have been very good throughout the season, looking after the ball. So to have 4 in the first quarter.
Are you surprised Zico hasn't called a timeout yet?
No, not really. I know, you know, Coach will be believing that his guys can bring this back, and four turnovers uncharacteristic, but 3 threes in the first quarter for the Bulls is a little uncharacteristic just based on the numbers. They only hit 6.5 a game.
Well, the Bulls just had their first turnover there. I think Ethan Rusbach literally tripped over his own feet.
Always makes it hard to catch the ball when you're tripping over. Great pressure by Scott. Liafa not getting a whole lot of room to move, as we see Darnay Samuel.
Swarming the Saints at the moment, aren't they? Samuel goes long on the shot. Again, up tempo. They want to come forward quickly.
Well, the Saints are averaging a league best 99.9 points a game.
Mohamed Timmins on the pass. Ben Levy, who's just come onto the floor, Miles, has been called for the foul here. Looked pretty clean from our position.
We do have the benefit of the replay.
Just wondered whether any of the cameras picked up the same angle, though.
Sweet Timmins go to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line, makes the first.
Which is good for Sam Timmins. 60% he is this season from the coloured stripe. An 11-point margin inside the first 5 minutes. The Bulls have come to play. And he puts down the second, the big fella. They reach 20. Not even 5 minutes down. This is a big quarter right now. Saints need to find something. Samuel gives up the shot, goes to Liafa. That shot is well short from the corner.
And the big question will be, is if the Saints have a poor shooting night, where are they going to get their points from? As I was just saying, 99.9 points a game. A league best 13.3 made threes a game. And if they don't shoot the ball well, what are they going to do?
That'll help.
That will help.
Dohie Smith-Milner, 2.9 threes a game. He finally finds some relief for the Wellington Saints.
Cuts the lead to 11.
Bulls shooting 8 of 9 at the moment. Here's Skinner. Rusbach, long way from home, gets around Ben Levy, ball corner. Scott, Skinner over the top of Smith-Milner. Rusbach working hard on the boards. Ben Levy comes up with it. Here's Air. just loses the dribble. Another turnover for the Saints. They keep mounting up. That's number 5. Pull up, 2, good. Muhammad.
There's that timeout you were looking for.
So the Saints in some strife early here tonight in the capital. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games on this floor. Losses to the Giants and the Rams, a big win against the Jets. But they are being called out right now. Just 6 minutes down, and the Bulls lead it by 13. Here's the replay of that last basket for Muhammad.
He is so tough once he gets to that mid-range. The Saints need to do a great job being able to contain that.
He's got 7. Skinner's got 7. Rusbatch has 5. Smith Milner leading the way for the Saints with 4 points, but they are dominating the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet at the moment. Incredible shooting display early by the Franklin Bulls. Here's that Ben Air turnover just round the back, off the back of the heel. They've had a few of those early, haven't they? 5 turnovers right now. And that's led to the Bulls scoring 8 points from those turnovers.
And I don't think with the experience that the Saints have, the talent that they have, and the ability to shoot the 3, there's no safe lead in the Sal's NBL anymore, just because the value of the 3-point shot and the way teams are shooting it at the moment, this could turn on its head very quickly.
Well, what's been really impressive here early, Miles, is not just the Bulls shooting, but their defense, except for that one time then. Saints come out of the timeout and just blow that theory clean off the floor.
The Bulls giving up 83.5 points a game. Doing a great job on the defensive end. It was Skinner. That's their 4th made 3.
That's his 2nd.
Their team's 4th, his 2nd.
Smith Milner answers. Bang, bang.
The Brisbane Bullets will be liking what they see with Smith Milner playing so well this season.
Rusbatch copped an arm in the side. Picked up by the coin officials. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse for some serious shopping. 3 shots coming up for Ethan Rusbatch. Made that contact look very, very severe. Certainly wasn't as hard as that, but well done. That's some experience. Look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Slight contact right on his hip. Went down by like a sack of spuds, but
yeah, he did. There was definite contact there. Rusbatch selling it quite well.
First one misses. 83% this season from the stripe. Margin at 11. Second one's good. About to head away with the Tall Blacks. Isaiah Liafa. Also heading overseas. Olympic qualifiers not too far away.
Dion Brewster can slide right into that spot for Liafa. The luxury the Wellington Saints have is we see Ben Air put the ball on the floor and get all the way to the front of the rim.
I'll tell you what, Keslow Evans Jr. is in a bit of form at the moment as well for the Saints. He was really good again tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Scott wants to just go straight past Samuel, leaves the shot short. It ends up with Air. The Bulls want to pick him up early down the floor, reaching in. Josh Scott with the foul. 13-point margin. Not sure anybody expected that.
An explosion of points here in the first quarter from the Franklin Bulls.
29 on the board for the Bulls.
2:41 to go.
Yeah, they've done it in less than 7.5 minutes as Samuel sits down. Good hand in there from Skinner. Saints are under some real pressure here. Bulls can jump over them on the Sal's NBL ladder tonight if they get the win. Air Up off the glass, over the top. Oh, whistle on the rebound. That'll go against the 202 gamer, Ethan Rusbach.
As we talked about earlier, just the importance of this game and the weight that it has on the NZNBL ladder. Top 4, guaranteed a home final. This game means a lot to both teams.
Coca Gray is out there for the Bulls. Young man getting some early burn here. There's actually going to be 2 shots here for Smith Milner. Adjudged to have been, in fact, it's the 5th foul on the Bulls, that's why.
So he taken out on that rebound.
Making a season high, or sorry, a career high, I should say, 2.6 free throws per game. This man, 2 of 2. In fact, he hit one earlier too, so he's already put away 3 tonight. Helpful points for the Saints. Down by 11, offensive foul, Sam Timmins. Point official Callum Welsh explaining to Slam and Sam that he wasn't set for that screen.
And there's not much in it. But the officials have been really big on that all season long on the illegal screens.
Smith Milner, 7 in the first quarter, can't get that one to go. They've got a numerical advantage now, 5-on-4. Muhammad, so strong.
Anyone meeting Timmins at the rim is tough, leading the league. Just over 2 a game. He's not there, so Liapa takes advantage all the way to the cup.
How quick was that? Scott spinning through traffic.
Speaking of quick.
How did he find a gap between Smith, Milner and Henderson? Wowee.
Change of speed, spin.
Ben Levy! The big fella gets up and puts it down. Smith Milner with the dime. Big play, Saints. Best of the night for them. We've already had 55 points put away inside 8.5 minutes. Timeout for the Bulls. They lead by 11. What a hot start tonight, filled with so many highlights already.
It was. I love that last one. Big to big, getting that dime. Tohi Smith-Milner to Ben Levy. Unbelievable pass and a great finish, getting upstairs.
Smith-Milner has 9 points. He's leading the way for the Saints. And it's a really good spread of scorers for the Bulls early in this one tonight.
The Bulls calling this timeout. The Saints on a little bit of a run.
Bulls 12 of 15 shooting, Saints 8 of 15. Bulls winning the rebound 7-4. They already have 9 team assists, the Bulls. Saints with 5 turnovers. Bulls with 14 points inside the paint in the first quarter. Lee Skinner has 10. Rusbach and Muhammad have 7 points apiece. 4 of 5 from beyond the arc for the Bulls in the opening 8.5 minutes. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to the official stats partner of the NZNBL, Chemist Warehouse. What do you think Sebastian Gleim would have said to his troops during that timeout, Miles?
Well, I think it's going to be more of the same how they started the game. They were so physical and so disruptive, coming up with deflections, little piece of the ball. Like we said, 5 turnovers for the Saints. So I think his big focus will be getting more on the defensive side of the ball than anything else.
Muhammad lost a handle on it. Maybe Ben Air got a little finger on that.
The Saints coming up with some defense of their own. Ben Levy mishandles.
Liafa in and out of trouble. Ben Levy off to the right. Here they come again. Sebastian Gleim just screaming out to his team to run. He wants this to be as quick as possible. Skinner from the Chemist Warehouse. He's got 12. What a start for Lee Skinner tonight.
Leading all scorers with just under a minute to play in the first. He has come ready to go. Carrying over that form from a great game a week ago, as we see the Bulls come up with another defensive rebound.
Henderson with the miss. That's his first shot in the Sellers NBL. In and out for Muhammad. Skinner has shot 5 of 7 in this opening quarter. A couple of threes for him. Liafa. Well, that's just pure aggression. That's why he's being rewarded with a whistle. Isaiah Liafa doing everything he can right now to lift his team. He's having a heck of a season. Here's that drive again. 22.6 assists, 2.7 steals, 4.6 threes per game in season 2024. Isaiah Liafa.
Absolutely fine form. As you mentioned, heading away with the Tall Blacks and back for crunch time in the Sal's NBL, then off to the Sydney Kings.
Maybe. If the Tall Blacks make it through that Olympic qualifier,
yes, true.
They're headed to Paris. We won't see him again if that happens.
Yes. Very good point.
It's a tough assignment, just quietly.
They've pulled a couple of teams that are fairly solid in the world, in the global scheme of things.
Never say never.
No, not at all.
Bulls have put 35 on the Saints. Got a chance to add to it here. Skinner, this is the man.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Coach has been trying to get them to push the tempo, but with the shot clock turned off, will they be a little more patient?
Muhammad, it's at 8, it's at 7. Smith-Milner, great hands, loose ball. Oh, he gets back after it, Muhammad. Pushes it up and draws the foul. Big fist pump on the sidelines from Sebastian Gleim. Just making something out of nothing. I'll tell you what, if we see this again on the replay, his hustle right now, watch this. Just slips in front of Darnay Samuel. There's the foul. Man, that's good. Really good, Luther Muhammad.
That was just getting outworked right there on that play. Luther Muhammad had the ball stripped, managed to get it back. Pure effort.
They get in the quarter here with 37. I don't know that the Bulls have had a 37-point quarter this season, have they? What do they average per game?
They are averaging 90.9 per game.
First one down for Muhammad. He's up to double digits as well, 10.
Sorry, the Bulls are averaging 92.5.
Right.
Giving up 83.5. While the Saints are 99. They could finish with more.
Muhammad on the buzzer. No. Gee, that would have been huge headed in to quarter time. But as it is, this Bulls team has come to play. They're kicking up some dust in Wellington tonight. 36-23 after the opening quarter. Say hello to the Franklin Bulls. Can the Saints come back?
Nico, you going north. Luca, you going south. Count it down with me. Wellington in 3, 2, 1. Go, lads. Nico, look, you need your voice. Ladies and gentlemen, support them on. Out the big corner, TSB. Luca gets his first one. Nico's getting there. Keep it going, Nico. Keep it going, mate. There you go. That's one for you. One for Luca. 2 for Luca. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Keep cheering them on. Wellington. Oh, Luca getting fancy now. Nico gets his second. Luca gets his third. Keep it going, lads. Couple more vouchers. Thanks to our good friends at Sal's. Nico's found his rhythm now. So is Luca. Almost. Third time's a charm. One more inch. Keep it going, lad. Keep it going, Wellington. One more, Luca. Nice. Nico. Outstanding. Give it up for the two guys. Nico and Luca. Be sure to check out the Cells NBL still at all Cells pizzerias. You can sell.
Kia ora, welcome back to TSB Bank Arena. 1 quarter down here tonight. Bulls lead it by 13. And all of a sudden, That poll, winners poll tonight, the Bulls up to 31%, so it's starting to move now. QR code on screen, scan away, free and fun, sells pizzas up for grabs. Got a feeling the Bulls fans are about to load up with their votes. What a start tonight for the visitors, Miles Pearce.
I know, why not? Why not get in and vote? The Bulls with a great start. Big ones for me. Saints, 5 rebounds for the quarter. Bulls, 10. Doubling up as we see DKP get that deflection, chase it down.
Shot clock at 4 here. Timmins has got to come up with something. Underneath, Kelman Poto. Oh, on the buzzer, Rusbatch. Nearly put it away.
He did. 5 turnovers for the Saints in that first quarter. 9 assists for the Franklin Bulls.
Smith Milner draws another foul. He's back to the Chemist Warehouse. Did some damage from that spot in the first quarter. Quite amazing, the Bulls putting on 36.
Just an impressive start. Shooting the ball at 72% for the first quarter. Tohi Smith-Milner, really the only guy standing up.
He's got 9 at the moment. 3 of 4 from this spot. Make that 4 of 5.
It pushes him to double figures.
He's a 76% shooter from the stripe. Second one is good as well. So he's up to 11 now. First points of this second quarter to the Saints. Ben Air playing on Muhammad. Luther Muhammad had 10 in the opening quarter. This man, Lee Skinner, had 12. Rusbatch around Lee Arthur. Strong stuff. A miss. Saints come up with it. Smith Milner. They can score again here. I reckon the Bulls will go a quick timeout. Wouldn't surprise me. They don't want to give the Saints any momentum. Margin cut to 11. Liafa, no, long. Timmins, big rebound. That was strong. He's landed on the baseline, though.
A little contact there for Sam falling over.
Unlucky.
But it's a turnover nonetheless.
Well, it's a big frame when it hits the floor.
Sam Timmins is a big man.
Smith Milner from the corner. There he is again, Timmins. And look at the speed here. The Bulls just want to push. Muhammad.
And early on, I thought that would very much play into the Saints' favour, but with this scoreline, Skinner off on that 3.
Liafa swoops. He's the one man that can really get the Saints going. So too Ben Air. Smith Milner's on the floor under the basket.
Had a bit of a collision with the big man Timmins.
Oh, Ben Air just lets fly. Still had about 6 seconds on the shot clock. Start to the second, scoring-wise, is a bit slower than the start to the first. That's going to be a turnover. Good pressure from Air on Muhammad.
And a couple of possessions go the way of the Saints early in this second quarter.
Isaac Davidson's only played a touch under 4 minutes. 2 early fouls for him. Terry Henderson Jr. back onto the floor for the Saints. New face for them here for the remainder of the season. Lat Mayen has been released to the South Sudanese Olympic squad of 25 players. They're about to play in their first ever Olympic Games for basketball. South Sudan, what a story that is.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? The rise of basketball in Africa. The BAL, NBA backing some of the BAL as well. Basketball Africa League. It's growing, strength to strength.
Samuel hands it off to Air, hands it off to Liafa, fires over Rusbatch, left it short, mopping it up underneath Dane Samuel. The Saints get some early points here. Foul called on Ben Air. Now all of a sudden, some pressure on the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls not being able to add some scoreboard pressure. to start this quarter as we see the Saints up the level of intensity and physicality on their end, on their defensive end. Ben Air doing a wonderful job just being annoying and getting Muhammad under all kinds of pressure there.
Isaac Davidson's just come back onto the floor as well. Keep an eye on him. 2 fouls. Here he is, right on cue. Draws the foul.
And for me, this Bulls team is really good. But I love the way Davidson brings them together. He is the glue guy in this group. Can do a little bit of everything. Great defender, leader, communicator.
Second foul called on Smith-Milliner. He heads to the bench. Davidson at the Chemist Warehouse. Sebastian Glomlou using the opportunity to have a chat with the other members of the team. First one down. There's Zico Coronel in picture.
That's the first point added for the Bulls this quarter.
If you've just joined us, a 36-point opening quarter for the Franklin Bulls tonight. They led by 13 at quarter time. Davidson makes both. Margin back to 11. Samuel inside. Henderson. First real look at him.
And every time a team gets a new piece, there is a little bit of an adjustment period. As we see Scott come in, and you saw that with the Bulls. Skinner's only been here just over 2 weeks. He's finally finding his feet and settling in.
And that foul was on Isaac Davidson, who now sits with 3 fouls. He came back on court and played
not a lot of time.
Another 28 seconds. Scored twice and fouled once. Henderson makes a couple. A product of North Carolina.
Well, this guard combination for the Bulls is just getting harassed. 94 feet.
Muhammad fouled. Sorry, Henderson over the back there. That's who it's on. Just hit him in the back of the head.
Muhammad able to get to his preferred mid-range game.
Always looks a little bit clumsy, doesn't it, when you're trying to block a shot from behind?
Yeah.
Here it is.
The little side contest is good, but unfortunately, that one from behind is a little tougher.
First foul for Terry Henderson. And this man, second highest scorer in the Sal's NBL. Back to the stripe, misses the first. He's 2 of 5 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. Usually 84% Miles, so a bit unlike him. That one's missed as well.
And free slice, I believe. Opposition missing 2.
Goes at it again, Muhammad.
The Saints adding 9 since quarter time. Sorry, 6 since the quarter time to 2.
It's 9 now.
It's 9 now. I'm predicting the future.
It's 9 now. Timeout Bulls. Sebastian Bloom wants to chat.
But you were right. You said earlier, just a moment ago, if the Saints get on a little run, there'll be a quick timeout. There it is.
So just like that, off the hand of Liafa, the Saints are back in it. Sunday nights are always complete when you got one of these. Large buffalo chicken pizza, $40. That's this week's special with thanks to Sal's, the online code. Pretty easy one to remember, Sal's Basketball. And that's available till next Tuesday, June 18. Crowd are already enjoying some Sal's of their own. And they'll be a bit happier now, Miles Pearce, than what they were at quarter time. They're back to within 6.
Back to within 6 after having cutting back from that 14-point deficit early in the first. The Saints just turned up the heat a little bit on the defensive end of the floor. And the Bulls not being able to add a whole lot of points since quarter time. Had some good looks at it. Only a couple of free throws from Davidson, who picked up his 3rd, and as you mentioned, only played 28 seconds before heading back to the bench.
Bulls 8 of 13 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe tonight. That's been their Achilles heel so far. Luther Muhammad, 2 of 6. Don't see that too often. So let's see what the Bulls do out of this timeout. 6:35 to play in the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying it. Muhammad quickly down the floor to the corner. Rusbatch can't finish. Muhammad climbing up over the top of Ben Levy. The ladder wins out.
With that turn of speed, Scott able to get on the rim, kick out to an open Ethan Rusbatch. He doesn't miss too many of those.
Henderson for 3. Oh, welcome to Aotearoa, Terry Henderson Jr.
And the lead is now only 3.
Storming back into it, the Wellington Saints, the 12-time champs. Muhammad, ice cold jumper.
And that
just
action,
like that.
Yes, indeed, just like that. That action, very successful for the Bulls in the first. As we see Darnay Samuel play off 2 feet with some poise and use that strength and soft touch.
They're on the move, aren't they, the Saints? 14-4. Second quarter, offensive foul, Lee Skinner. Saints get it back. They can tie it up this time down the floor. There's the new man, the 30-year-old out of North Carolina, if you don't mind. Been here since Friday, shooting 3s on Sunday.
And not much of an adjustment time. New guy in, getting buckets. As we see Liafa get Skinner in the air.
Yeah, he did. Did it very well, didn't he? Josh Scott, too fast for Lee Skinner. Missed him by 2 meters. That's probably my one criticism of Josh Scott. I think he's electrifyingly quick. But sometimes he's just too quick. Ben Air. And some words with Ethan Rusbatch. What would a Saints game be without a bit of yap?
Well, you're right, Josh Scott, unbelievably quick, electric. But right there, he was too quick for his own teammates. I'd like to see him try and use that speed to get right on the front of the rim and finish himself.
Rusbatch with the foul. Smith Milner back into the action for the Saints. Air at the Chemist Warehouse can tie it up. Sebastian Gleim in front of us has just berated Josh Scott like there's no tomorrow from that turnover. Air ties it up. There is the Bulls coach.
Very different look halfway through the first to halfway through the second.
Scott to respond.
That's
Skinner.
That's exactly what I just mentioned. That ability to get right on the front of the rim puts the Saints defense under so much pressure.
Good way to answer the coach as well. Up by 2. Liafa nowhere to go. Smith Milner from the car park leaves it short. Ben Levy keeps it alive. Saints to go again. Liafa draws the foul. And that's going to be on Josh Scott.
And that will be his 3rd.
It is, you're right.
So where do the Bulls go? Yes, where do the Bulls go now?
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here's this altercation between Aaron Rusbatch. There's the foul. There's the yap.
There we go. And we see Sam Timmins check in for Scott. Bulls going a little bit bigger. If Scott checks out and he's been at the point and Timmins checks in, does that mean Sammy gets to run the point?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm here for that. My vote, Sam Timmins, point guard.
Liafa up to 10 in the game now. Starting to move, isn't he?
He is, as he has done all season long.
Oh, Ethan Rusbatch somehow found a way to the basket. Saints are going to come up with it. This crowd is vocal tonight.
Sam Gold checks in for his first action here in the Sal's NBL game. See that high double drag screen the Saints have been running. Smith Milner
Oh, Gold did well there. Ends up with Liafa, don't tell me. Oh! Mark that down to Sam Gold. Great work under the basket. Liafa nails it from the corner. They're up by 3. From 13 down to 3 up. Game on, Bulls. Timmins, too hot. DKP comes up with it. He can't finish. And now it's the Saints on the run. Liafa, no. Crowd up and down.
Up and down. But the Bulls right now just struggling to get an easy look at the rim.
Edge of your seat stuff. Kelman Potol, Timmins. It's been well held. Smith-Milner did well. He wins it back.
That early baseline double ready to go whenever Timmins catches the ball on that low block. So disruptive to the Bulls offense.
Timmins hasn't put up a shot. His only 2 points have come from the Chemist Warehouse. Timeout Bulls. What a battle. Well, we said coming in tonight, Miles, Dolly Smith-Milner is in career best form in season 2024. Best points, best rebounds, most threes.
There he is.
That fight was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, great defensive play, knocking the ball loose and winning it back for the Saints. Smith-Milner with 11 so far. Liafa has come alive here in the second. 13 points. Only Skinner from the Bulls has more with 14.
It's a 22-6 quarter by the Mills Albert Wellington Saints.
And this is the Saints just doing what they do, what they've been doing all season. They have an immense ability to put points on the board in a very short space of time. And you can see it right here in this quarter. With the Bulls, the exact opposite, struggling to score, only added 6 points in 7 minutes.
Winners so far in round 12. Ayers defeated the Nuggets by 13. Rams in a thriller over the Giants by 2. Ayers smacked the Sharks by 33. Rams belted the Jets by 41. Giants took down the Hawks. What a big win, an important win that was. On the bounce back by 27. Tuatara over the 5 by 23 earlier today. There's been some real blowouts, hasn't there, in round 12?
There has, and I think some of those teams fighting for that top 6 spot, and even further down, we include the Sharks and Jets, they can really play some spoilers to in these last few handful of rounds that we've got as we see Liafa finds Air.
Oh, if this comes up with a basket, Block Timmins is called for the foul. I'll tell you what, Liafa and Air did exceptionally well then. Exceptionally well.
The thing that I love about Liafa and Air is we see a replay here. Timmins.
Unlucky.
Yeah. The pressure that they are putting on Muhammad, Scott, Skinner, Russ batch up the floor is incredible. And when you think they can roll in, the Saints can roll in guys like Evans Jr., Prooster, Dougal Meter, that's a whole lot of defense up the floor. Second one is out.
Let's not forget about Hiram Harris either. We'll give you an update on Hiram Harris shortly. We had a chat with him pre-game. Muhammad, that's a tough shot. Ben Levy did really well.
Tough shot, and at this time right now, talking about tough, that's a tough screen.
Yeah, Muhammad ran straight in to Darnay Samuel. Did not see him.
And that's a large man to run into.
Good news for Bulls fans. He's back to his feet. Here he is with possession.
Timmins flipping the screen.
It's been well held, Sam Timmins. Skinner hasn't been able to light it up this quarter. Came out and exploded tonight in the first. That's a tough shot. That's a big finish. Sam Timmins on the board. First field goal for him.
And Sam doing it himself on that offensive rebound and tip in as we see Liafa.
Liafa.
Just moving and grooving to his own speed.
Turnover, Gold on the move. Air has Liafa. steps around Rusbach. Isaiah Liafa!
And not a lot the Bulls can do right now. Coach has already used his 2 timeouts. Right now, as they clean the floor, is probably the only break that these guys are going to get.
Liafa with 3 triples in the game, back-to-back right there. Saints from 13 down, now lead by 7.
It's a 14-point quarter for Liafa.
Player timeout called by the Bulls, and I think this is really clever by Luther Muhammad. Look at this. Liafa for 3. He is motoring right now. What's he up to? Is he up to 19? He is.
19, 14-point quarter. Liafa has outscored the Bulls by himself, single-handedly this quarter.
Wow. I do like this from the Bulls. Stop the game. As you said, no coach timeouts left for the Bulls. They've recognised that. They know momentum is with the Saints right now. Clever stuff from Luther Muhammad. Let's just stop this thing. Let's have a chat. Let's reset.
28-8 quarter in favour of the Wellington Saints right now.
Some sort of a quarter, isn't it? Now let's see if the Bulls can respond. Rusbach short. Liafa comes up with it. He'll turn on the Jets. Look at him go. Liafa around 1, around 2. Looks for his partner in crime, Ben Air. Samuel on Rusbach, just muscles him out of the way, but he's called for the offensive foul. Darnay Samuel, full head of steam.
Rusbach doing a good job keeping in front. And that's a stop that the Bulls desperately needed.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Here struggling to score in the second quarter after a fantastic first.
What a fight back by the 12-time champs tonight. Just over a minute to play in this second quarter. 20-point turnaround. Up. That'll count against Ben Levy. Finally, a reprieve there for the Bulls, who have been totally outclassed in this second quarter tonight.
That aggressive defense there.
Oh, this man's not done with yet. Oh, what a show. What an absolute show from Isaiah Liafa. Putting on a clinic. He is in red-hot form. And he has turned this game on its head in this second quarter. Muhammad trying to find an answer. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Don't tell me. Do not tell me!
A 20-point quarter. Isaiah Liafa.
This is next level. Off the charts, Isaiah Liafa tonight. Muhammad gets one late. What an incredible show tonight from Isaiah Liafa. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. He can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Massive turnaround by the Saints, led by Liafa. Chemist Warehouse stat sheet is going to be a really interesting read. Right now, though, let's head down to the sidelines. Here's the Aussie 28-year-old, the partner in crime of Liafa, Ben Air, with Miles Pearce.
Ben, amazing turnaround. Giving up 36. You guys put the defense and pressure on, kept those guys to 10. How do you feel about that quarter?
Well, I mean, that's how we normally play, so we just got to do that as a bad first quarter, not necessarily a good second. That's a normal second, poor first quarter, so we got to keep it up.
Tell me a little bit about your running mate in the backcourt, Isaiah Liafa. He's putting on a show.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he does this. He's been doing it all year. He does it in the NBL, it doesn't matter what league he's in, dude can cook, so he's got to find him in the second half, hopefully.
You guys are doing a great job keeping their bigs out of this game. How do you carry that on in the second half?
I mean, our bigs are doing a good job, so we just got to keep giving them words of affirmation, make sure they're doing the right thing, and yeah, that's about it. We just got to put together a team defense, and then we'll be good.
All right, thanks very much for your time. Good luck in the second. Back to you, Justin.
Well, Penair certainly does have a very good running mate, doesn't he? Smoking tonight. Isaiah Liafa, 25 points in the opening half and a 22-point turnaround that quarter. The Saints lead it at the half by 9. Chemist Warehouse stats coming up after the break. Was during that break. Quite amazing to watch. And what a stunning turnaround by the Saints. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to half-time. A tale of two quarters indeed. And there's the man up on top. Liafa with 25, 6 of 11 from downtown. And boy, did he explode in the dying minutes of that second quarter.
He did indeed, and we see Ben Levy getting it done on the glass there. 7 rebounds at halftime. But for me, some of the interesting ones, 7 turnovers in the second quarter by Franklin to only 1 from the Wellington Saints. And we talked about that in the first. No one's come up with a block, apparently. Timmons leading the
back to the big screen for this week's Wellington Toyota shootout video part 2.
Halftime here in Wellington. Sal's NBL action. The Saints coming back onto the floor now. Hiram Harris right there. Not playing tonight. He's been out for a few weeks with a knee injury. But we've got a bit of an update for you. There's the mix and pick poll as it sits right now. 26% going for the Bulls to win this game. Gee, the way they started tonight, that 26% would have been feeling pretty good about themselves, Miles Pearce, but the Saints stunningly back into it winning the second quarter 34-12 off the back of a masterclass from Isaiah Liafa.
And he just put the Saints on his shoulders and said, boys, let's go. And he led from the front, led both ends of the floor. And it's the performance that they really needed right at that time. And to think he's got 25 right now, and we've still got a half a basketball to play.
They're quite impressive, wasn't it? There's the Saints. Now, Hiram Harris over the back there has been out with a knee injury for quite a few weeks now. We had a chat with him pre-game before coming on air, and we can confirm two things. We believe we can confirm two things. Doesn't look like he's going on tour with the Tall Blacks. That's the first one. Doesn't look like that's the case. Second one is he thinks he's only a couple of weeks away from returning. Now, that is huge news for the Saints, because if that is the case, he's back for the finals.
And before he got hurt, he was up in the MVP rankings. So
absolutely.
What a talent to add if he does not go away.
If he doesn't,
If he does not go away, what a talent to add come crunch time.
Absolutely.
And we talked about it with the Saints grabbing Henderson Jr. You know, there's always a little bit of an adjustment period when you bring someone new in or someone who's been out for a little while. But
well, out of any team in the final six, whoever makes it, that is easily the biggest in. Easily.
Oh, yes.
So there's the news, Saints fans. There is a very real chance that Hiram Harris will return this season and in time for the final six. Liafa, double team, surprise, surprise. The Bulls come out with a thrust in defense. No doubt they've been revved up at halftime.
And here comes Davidson.
3 fouls for him. Skinner, Timmins. Timmins underneath. Muhammad gets it to go. Just the start the Bulls wanted.
And that was get the ball through sets of hands, get it side to side. Into Timmins, you could see the baseline double coming. He does a great job picking his teammate, Luther Muhammad, who's struggling with some Tahi Smith-Milner size right now, down low.
Turnover again. Very reminiscent of the first quarter tonight. Rusbatch, corner, 3, doesn't go down. Davidson comes up with it.
But that first set from the Bulls is exactly what they needed after a very low-scoring quarter.
Timmins has been well held, flicks it out. Muhammad for 3. Big response early in the third by the Bulls. They're back to 4 now. What will the Saints do? Liafa, 6 triples for him tonight. Now he goes on the run-up. Easiest shot for him of the evening, doesn't go down. Darnay Samuels stepped over the baseline. He points to the camera and says, let's see if the camera picked that up. Well, maybe we did. There's the miss. Darnay Samuel, there it is. Oh, did he bounce it on the line?
I think that was bounced on the line. Just able to knock the ball loose from Sam Timmins. Great terror screen from Sam Timmins at halfway to free up Muhammad.
Muhammad has come out. Has he added 7? Just like that, he has.
It's Muhammad 7, Saints 0 this quarter.
Back to 2. So now the pressure on the Saints. Sebastian Gleim is like an extra defender at the moment on the sidelines. Air takes contact, no whistle.
I think that'll be Timmins' first block leading the league as we see Davidson.
And he's fouled by Samuel. So Isaac Davidson heads to the Chemist Warehouse. Gee, this game.
Well, right now, Isaac Davidson is plus 16 in his time on court.
And he's been on the court for, what, 6 minutes?
And he is plus 16 in 6 minutes.
Now Zico Coronel having a chat. In and out for Davidson. 8 of 14 from the stripe tonight, the Bulls. This has been a roller coaster. Second one's good. They're back to within 1. From 13 up to 9 down. Now the margin at 1. 8 straight points to start this third quarter. And they're all over the Saints. It opens up for Samuel. Tries to hammer that one down.
Everyone else was denied. Took it upon himself.
Davidson, Timmins, Great work, Bulls. They're in front. 9-zip run to start the third.
And the impact that Isaac Davidson has on this team, I mentioned it earlier. Here's just the glue guy as we find Isaiah Liafa finds Dane Samuel down low for an easy two.
Gee, I'd love to have a camera just following Sebastian Gleim.
Well, his pedometer would be through the roof.
Gleim cam, that's what I want. He's just a ball of energy. There's that basket for Samuel.
Well, it's been...
There he is.
It's been 3 minutes and Isaiah Liafa hasn't scored.
He's dead set another defender every time the ball comes down the floor, isn't he?
He's better,
down in the stands.
Yeah, better stands than I ever was in, ever.
Well, he'd be pretty happy with this response right now, the coach. Mohammed back to the stripe. Hasn't he come out on fire?
Able to knock that down. Missed a few in the first half.
He's added 8 points in less than 3 minutes here. Second top scorer in the league. That goes down. He's up to 23.
And you can see why. You can see why he is up there for scoring.
Bulls lead by 1. What a turnaround. Now the Saints are under some pressure. What can they come up with? They come up with Tohi Smith-Milner.
Ben Eyre, what a fantastic behind the back pass. Setting up his teammate.
Just 2 points separated them earlier this season at the Stockyard. There's been wild fluctuations tonight, but all of a sudden we're back to a point.
That early baseline double coming again.
Timmins throws it out of play. Saints come up with the stop. How's that pass from Ben Eyre? Hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight, wherever you may be watching. Miles Pearce, Justin Nelson with you. Right throughout the United States on ESPN, around the world on FIBA YouTube, hello to you. And of course, right here in Aotearoa, New Zealand on Sky Sport, your home of basketball, as Ben Eyre sends that into the corporate tables.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions, one for each team. Turnover on the pass. We saw Timmins throwing it out of bounds on that double from the post. And the Saints return favour on the baseline drive.
Saints on a double next week against the Hawks and the Rams away.
Hey, 30 motion.
Got a break in play here, just going to fix up the time. The Bulls next week at home to the Airs. This time next Sunday at the Stockyard. If you haven't got your tickets yet, Bulls fans, get along and see that one, because that will be a very tantalising game as well. Bulls in the Airs.
Well, we've got so many big games coming up. With only a few rounds to go, every game has such heavy weighting on that top 6.
Bulls at home to the Tuatara in a couple of weeks as well. How big will that be?
I believe that's the Tuataras. Potentially, the Tuatara have only got another game or 2 on the road.
Well, that's not even on the road, is it? Although traffic in Auckland these days.
Yeah. Skinner, in terms of what's going on, that's a huge offensive rebound.
Been good, started well tonight, had 12 points in the opening quarter. Timmins underneath, did very well there, just caught Dane Samuel out, didn't he?
Did use that long arm to get the reverse to go.
Scoreboard will fix itself up in just a moment. Bulls are up by 1 as Liafa is fouled. Just waiting for the scoreboard in venue to fix itself. It does now, 62-61. Liafa back to the Chemist Warehouse.
Rusbatch got him a little touch on the wrist there.
If you've just joined us, Isaiah Liafa tonight, Miles, put on one of the best individual quarters of the season. 20 points in the second quarter.
Outscored the entire Bulls team by himself.
It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've seen some big bursts this season. I happened to be there for the Tuatara when they put on a, 47-point second quarter against the Rams at Cal Stadium earlier this year. Liafa tonight with 20 in the quarter. Got to see Matthew Bardsley last week in the Sky Broadband Rapid League put on 25 points in 16 minutes. Oh, turnover here. That's a misfire from Isaac Davidson.
A little bit of a mishandle there, leading to the backcourt violation.
Liafa has 27 now.
After knocking down a couple from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
I think the lead has changed, what, 5-6 times already this quarter.
Yeah.
Bulls were down by 9 at the half. They're up by 13 at quarter time. Liafa getting busy on Skinner. Look at the handles. Liafa nowhere to go. Ran straight into Timmins. Bulls come up with it. Muhammad. Davidson. Timmins low. Skinner wants it outside. Now steps inside. Up and over the top. Great setup, Bulls. Patience.
The patience of Sam Timmins in the post, particularly when the Saints are looking to double team, has been very, very good.
Skinner has 16. Henderson, the new man in town. Terry Henderson with a couple of triples tonight. He has got 8 now in the game. Saints by 2. Timmins on Ben Levy, who reaches in.
That'll be Ben Levy's 3rd.
Skinner takes a break. 3rd game in the Sal's NBL tonight for Lee Skinner. Saints by 2. What a way to finish round 12. In and out. That's his first miss from the stripe tonight. Ethan Rusbatch about to step back in for the Bulls to give Sam Timmins a break, but only if he made that, which he didn't.
Sam Timmins is putting together a heck of a performance.
Liafa fouled by Luther Muhammad on the way to the basket. It's Muhammad's 3rd foul.
Yes. As I was saying, Sam Timmins, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists so far in the game.
There's the little nudge. Liafa just too quick. Liafa 5 of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse this evening. Saints fans right into this game, as you would expect. They were pretty quiet at quarter time tonight, Miles Pearce.
They were. They have come of voice since then. Why not? Watching Isaiah Liafa put on a show.
He's got 28 now.
The big concern right now for both groups is we see Liafa miss, which is a very rare thing tonight. Ben Levy with 3 fouls, Smith Milner with 3 fouls, Darnay Samuel with 3 fouls for the Saints. And on the other side,
Josh Scott's got 3, hasn't he?
Yes, and then on the other side, Davidson, Scott, Muhammad, and Rusbatch all with 3. DKP, points in the paint.
Been doing that for years, hasn't he? He's just one of the very best players under the backboard. That might be Muhammad's 4th. It is. So that's not what the Bulls need right now. Luther Muhammad, who has been the star of this 3rd quarter for the Franklin Bulls, is forced to take a seat with 14 minutes to go in this game. That is a massive blow for the Bulls.
Muhammad started the quarter with 14. Got up to 23 points very quickly.
He's added 9 in this quarter, but that is a massive blow right now. So Josh Scott is going to have to lift.
So right now, where do the Bulls get their scoring from? See Tohi Smith-Milner with a size discrepancy over Davidson.
Yeah, good defense by Davidson. Kept it clean. He's also on 3, as you mentioned. Scott, Davidson for 3. Drains it, Isaac Davidson. Bulls up. Out by 2. Air on the move. Who's that foul on? I think it's going to be on Rusbatch in front. Skinner came in from behind.
He was doing, yes, you're right, Rusbatch doing everything he can to get out of the way. Jumping up, jumping backwards, doing almost everything he could, but Ben Air able to create the contact.
I think that's Rusbatch's 4th as well.
Yes, it is. foul trouble plaguing the Bulls.
So he has to take a seat.
And they're not a team that goes deep into their bench.
Well, I'll tell you what they are, the Franklin Bulls. They are the team that fouls the most in the competition. And they are the team that sends opposition teams to the Chemist Warehouse the most in the competition. And as of, I think it was last round, they give up 20% of their points from the stripe.
And their aggressive defense will lend itself to getting some more calls, but this is something that you can control. You know, just reaching in, how physical you are off the ball. That's a lot of points to give up.
Travel there on Davidson, turnover. Foul count tonight, Bulls with 17, Saints with 11. And as the Bulls lead this one, in fact, it's all tied up. They're going to have to manage fouls right down the stretch now. Rusbatch with 4, Muhammad with 4, Davidson with 3, Scott with 3. There's the travel just dragging the foot. Zico Coronel had his work cut out this evening. Too easy! Smith-Milner from air. Timeout Bulls. Saints retake the lead. The point guard and the centre team up yet again for the team in blue. What a pass from Ben Air. And Smith-Milner left all alone inside. He's up to 15 in the game now. Sell two beds every Wednesday night and Thursday night from 6 p.m. Join Brooke Rusco and the team as we bring you all of the latest in the world of basketball.
I loved your little piece there, talking about the potential changes to next year's salary and the way things are going to be moving forward with the potential draft coming in.
Yeah, a little bit of news. The league at the moment is talking with the teams about the possibility of a player draft coming in for season 2025. And certainly if you speak to young dancers and young people attending games that we just saw on screen, young people love drafts in basketball, don't they? Some of us old people who still try and wrap our heads around it, but...
I try and tune in and see what's going on in the NBA draft every year. There's been some great talent come out of the Australian League with the Next Stars program.
Absolutely.
Do we know any more information about it yet, or is it still in a proposal stage?
Well, some of us know more information. Not telling you, there's other people listening at the moment.
Okay, there we go. All right, I'm good with this.
Wait till we get off air
tonight.
All
right, I'm good with that.
The teams are currently looking at a proposal for a potential player draft for season 2025.
The last draft we had was
2020.
Yes.
The showdown. That was a lot of fun. May not have had Matthew Bardsley if not for that draft.
I know. It was, you know, under the circumstances at the time, being able to play in the bubble and get everyone there, it was a great setup.
Can you remember who the #1 pick was in the showdown draft?
The #1 pick. Yeah. I believe that was I know #1 and number last.
Yes, Jordan Nartai.
Like Nartai, my main man, Jordan Nartai going #1.
Yeah.
And Matt Bardsley.
Yeah. Number 84.
Going number last. 84. Right. There we go. Davidson short on that runner.
Back into it with just over 2.5 to play in this third quarter. Exciting game tonight in the Sal's NBL. Ben Air halfway down. Has his parents in town watching tonight. All the way from Melbourne. Skinner, that's short. Follows it up though. Flicks it up and they go again.
This was something we chatted about.
Yeah, we did.
Just where do you throw it and throw it as high as you can and able to secure the ball. Great offensive rebound.
It was a really good example, wasn't it? It's more so about what do you do under the opposition's basket. Ben Levy surrounded by white singlets. Look who's got it in hand. Liafa. Oh, should have put it up. Isaiah gave up the easiest shot of the night. You're not going to see that happen too many times.
No. Thought he'd go to his little float game there.
Well, I think he thought all the defenders were going to come to him, and they didn't. They stayed at home. Here it is, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Look at that. They all stayed on Smith-Milner.
Ben Air short on that. Bulls get to get out and run through Scott.
Saints by 2. Scott takes a bump on the way to the basket. Can't finish. Quickly out. Air goes it alone on Scott. Turns it over. No, just came off the arm of Josh Scott.
I like that no call. Ben Air initiated a lot of the contact on that. So for having a no call in that situation, I thought that was a very good referee decision.
I think the Bulls are happy with that as well, because Josh Scott's running around on 3 fouls at the moment.
Yes, they don't need any more guards, as we see Liafa have his 3 rattle in and out.
Now the Bulls come up with it. They've got some numbers up the court here. Skinner knows it, fires away for 3. Gee, he's come up with some big shots tonight for the Franklin Bulls.
He really settling into the country well. Just over 2 weeks now, 3rd game.
He's got 19 tonight. Henderson from the Chemist Warehouse drains that. Sweet shot. Speaking of new players into the country, first game for him tonight, he's got 10. Davidson searching up over the top of Samuel. Basket for basket right now inside the last minute of the 3rd quarter. Still got 1 to go. Colin Poto unlucky. But importantly, that'll put Ben Air to the line.
More importantly, that wasn't on anyone else that was in foul trouble for the Bulls. As we see Sam Gold check in.
Ethan Rusbach sitting with 4. Luther Muhammad also sitting with 4. Ben Air had a chat with him earlier tonight. Good guy, really good guy to have a chat with. He's a fiery customer on the court. Never stops talking.
No, it's what you want in these guys.
Oh,
Vocal leadership.
Yeah.
Plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Great defender. Able to, look at him up here, up the floor. Able to disrupt, taking a chest bump.
Enjoying his time in Wellington. Skinner.
I believe he's going back to the Southeast Melbourne Magic as we see Henderson pick his pocket.
Skinner with the foul. And Terry Henderson Jr. will head to the stripe. Playing for the first time in front of the Wellington Saints Army. And they were certainly appreciative of that effort. Here it is again on Skinner.
Referees discussing an unsportsmanlike here.
Just a common foul.
Common foul.
I think that's the right call. Henderson tonight, 10 points, 1 rebound. A couple of big threes. Let's see what his free throw shooting is like. Well, he's 3 of 3 from the stripe now. Bulls are going to bring Ethan Rusbach back in here with 31 seconds to play. He's on 4 fouls. This will be interesting.
A little bit of offense inserted into the lineup.
Or maybe not. As Henderson misses the second, Rusbach sits back down. Margin at 2 to the Saints. Scott with a chance to level it up, gives it to Timmins. They do level it up.
And that is where I like Josh Scott the most, just using his speed and change of speed to go get on the rim, put the defense under pressure, and either finish or create for teammates.
Ben Air, late, seconds, ticking down, puts it up, puts it in. Ben Air, big basket, that won't count on the buzzer. And at 3/4 time, the Saints lead it by 2. Do not go away. Big last quarter coming up tonight in the Sal's NBL. This one is going to be a thriller. Saints, Bulls, 2 points in it.
Charlie, you feeling confident? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. Pretty confident? Okay. All right, so are you, Charlie? Cheer him on, Wellington. Just a bit that way. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Charlie. That money goes up. Will it be won in the next home game? 2-1. Of our round 12 matchup to finish the weekend on a high after some game yesterday, whatever happened, I don't know. Those supporters out here, who's got the Bulls? Who's got the Saints? One more time, one more time. Who's got the Bulls? 12. Who's got the Mills Albert Saints? I like that, Wellington. This is the guy from the fourth quarter.
Norway Hockey Mile, welcome back to TSB Bank Arena. What an exciting game tonight. Saints lead it by 2. And it's worth celebrating. When you have games like this, it's worth celebrating Miles Pierce, the large buffalo chicken for 40. It's this week's Sal's Super Special. And it's available on Tuesday. So if you want to go out tonight, which I encourage you to do, go and grab one. But maybe Monday night or Tuesday night's pizza night in your household. That's okay.
Or possibly a couple of nights in a row. Too good a deal not to, as we see. Bulls. Scott pressured there. Nearly lost it. Stays with the Bulls.
If you've just joined us, Bulls led by 13 at quarter time. Saints led by 9 at halftime. And now we're back to 2. Here's the all-important game MVP poll. This is all about you, viewer's choice. It's free and it's fun. All you got to do is scan that code. You can win some Sal's Pizza, but more importantly, you get to choose the game MVP. 47% with Isaiah Liafa as Timmins ties it up.
I'd like to throw out the triple-double watch on Timmins. That's 12 points for him now.
Right.
To go with 7 rebounds and 6 assists.
Wow.
The only one that's come close that I'm aware of, Callum McRae falling an assist short as we see Liafa take contact and finish.
Well, that's why he's top of the MVP poll. He's got 30. Deserves to be on top. Viewers are right on the money. As you would expect, we've got smart fans in the Sal's NBL. Here's Timmins. Backing down. Oh, Ty Smith-Milner did well there, didn't he? Just pulled the chair. And it's going to be a Saints ball.
Timmins was expecting that contact and there was none to be had. Smith-Milner, very high IQ basketball play on the defensive end as we see him just step out of the way.
Can I just check that viewer poll again for the MVP? There we go. Liafa's up to 53%. I like that. Muhammad's had a very good game as well. 23 points for him. Sam Gold's got 17%. Where's that come from?
Young people and phones.
Well, he's got a couple of brothers, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does.
There you go. They're voting away. Ben Air, 4%. I reckon you're right, though. I'll tell you what, Lee Skinner's not there. Wouldn't mind seeing him get some votes. Keep voting away. There's the QR code. Your say, your vote. Liafa leading the way. Here's Davidson back into the action. Kelman Potter, usually pretty good from there. Loose ball. DKP comes up with it.
Davidson,
shot clock.
just keeping that alive. A little deflection to keep the ball going the Bulls' way.
Scott for the lead. Yes, indeed. Bulls by 1.
Not known as a three-point shooter, but able to get that to go, giving them the 1-point lead.
He's got 5 in the game. In fact, shoots the 3-ball at just 14% to emphasise your point. Comes up with it again. This will be a deep 2. Loose ball.
And, you know, I'm sure as a coaching staff, they want him to try and get to that strength of getting on the rim and getting guys involved. But right now, it's tough because Muhammad, as we see, quick technical. Timeout and a technical?
Yeah, so the Saints call a timeout. And now they've got a technical foul.
Ben Hare.
Is it Ben Hare? It is, you're right.
Ben Hare picked up a technical.
On the way to the bench. So when we come back out of this timeout, Bulls are going to have the shot. Sal's NBL highlight show Tuesday nights at 7:30. There's going to be a lot of highlights on Tuesday night from this game.
There's
going to be a lot of Isaiah Liafa highlights from this game.
It will just show the second quarter. There you go, that's the whole show.
Love our fans. It's always a good time at a Wellington Saints game. In fact, we're seeing it up and down the whole country. Lots and lots of kids coming out to enjoy the basketball. Don't forget, GJ Gardner-Holmes To'ihi, season 2024, not too far away. It all tips off on October the 4th. Here's the game MVP poll. Liafa.
Yeah, sitting strong, 51%. Now,
Lee Skinner should be on there.
He should.
To be fair,
I
Lee
agree.
Skinner should absolutely be on there.
Yes, indeed. You mentioned To'ihi, Lee.
Yes.
So last year, To'ihi did something a little bit different.
Yes.
And went to 6 fouls.
Yes, 6 personal fouls.
6 personal fouls.
Yep.
So I know you're a fan of this. And in a game here where we've got Rasbach on 4, Muhammad on 4, and then a number of guys on 3 from both sides, would you think the Sal's NBL goes to that 6 personal fouls to try and keep some of these guys on the floor?
You're speaking to the most converted person in the house. So that's for the tech foul. Skinner scores. Well, you look at right now, we've got an enthralling game of basketball. We've got a full house in Wellington. No doubt we've got a wonderful audience on Sky Sport and elsewhere around the world. Ethan Rasbach and Luther Muhammad are both sitting on the bench. I'm a fan of seeing the best players play at the most important time in the game. So I am a fan of 6 fouls, yes. But again, you're talking to the most converted person in the house. Turnover, Benair. Right in front of the Bulls bench, which arguably is the worst place you want to do it.
And just a little wry smile from Benair. Just a little smile and gets about business.
You've been around the game for a long time, Miles. So I'll put the question back on you as Scott comes up short. Gets it, though. Gives it to DKP. Wow. Bulls up by 4. Pressure all over Liafa.
Oh,
in and out of trouble. Samuel misses the bunny.
Just slipped out of his hand by the looks of things. Liafa did all the work for him as we see Davidson on the spin and score.
Big moments in this game for the Franklin Bulls. Out by 6. Saints with a timeout. Wow. You are speechless right now, Miles Pearce. Here's the Isaac Davidson basket.
Davidson has just done all the right things tonight.
13 points for him, 4 rebounds, an assist and a steal, a couple of threes.
I'm a big fan.
Battled foul trouble all night. I think he's on a plus 25, that'll be now when the stats tick over. Plus 24 he'll be.
Tidy little plus minus. So time on court, his team is plus 24 points.
Incredible.
And considering he's only played 17 minutes, that is a big difference.
Let me pose that question back to you, 6 fouls. You know I'm converted. We do have it in the To'ihi. WNBA has it in a 40-minute game.
Yep, I mean, you're right. The best players, in terms of the product, in terms of from a coaching standpoint, you always want your best players out there.
Fans. It's about the fans.
Yep.
Fans want the best players on the floor.
From every aspect, it would make sense to try and extend that one personal. Hey, and if you burn 6 fouls, great.
Bad luck.
Great work.
You're definitely out.
You know. Auntie, if you're listening, I know if you had 8 fouls, you'd probably burn them all.
Hope you're well, Aaron Bailey-Knoll. Here we go, 6 points over 7 minutes to go. The Bulls are making a big move right now. Samuel looking for a foul. Goes to work on Timmins, the big bodies. Have a look at this for a matchup. Gets it to go. Dane Samuel lets the Bulls bench know about it.
Having some words there.
Back to 4. Scott spins around air. Davidson, no, short. Timmins looking for the foul. Saints come up with it.
Some heavy contact, but no whistle at the other end. As we see Liafa putting everyone under pressure.
6 of 8 from the stripe tonight. Isaiah Liafa. Rasbach wants to come back onto the floor. He does so now. He's on 4 fouls.
Skinner picks up his 3rd.
Here's the foul on Liafa. 30 in the game tonight. 20 points in the second quarter alone for Isaiah Liafa. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 triples, 6 of 8. Make that 7 of 9 from the Chemist Warehouse, our official stats partner, as Luther Muhammad is about to step back onto the floor as well.
Coach pulling the trigger on both of these guys coming back into the game.
There we go. Skinner's on the MVP with 7%. That's good to see. Liafa definitely deserving the top place there right now as he converts another one. Sam Timmins probably deserves a little bit of love as well. As you said, on triple-double watch right now.
I'd like to see this be a very short spell for Sam Timmins. He's dominating the glass, doing a great job. 3 offensive rebounds.
Henderson with the foul off the ball, trying to lock up Lee Skinner.
And the way he's playing tonight, the Saints have got to do something to keep him top lock, keep him away from the ball.
Last time these two met, final score was 87-85. So we're literally at that mark right now with 6 minutes to play. Scott elevates and gets it to rattle home.
Every bit of the iron, but gets it to fall.
Hasn't he come up with a couple of big baskets in this last quarter? Pass, so good. Smith-Milner to Samuel. That was a rocket.
And with the Bulls, so you see Ben Air pick
Muhammad
Muhammad's
can't
pocket.
foul. He can't foul. Air scores, ties it up. Timeout Bulls. Sebastian Gleim signalled the timeout. He called the timeout. He's been ignored by everyone. Does he get a basket here? Skinner for 3. Doesn't go. 88 apiece. Liafa gets it back. Smith-Milner for 3. He can't score. Samuel can! With the flex. Dane Samuel on the bonus. Off to the Chemist Warehouse. Timmins to come back into the game.
And there's the danger of just taking Timmins out for that short break. He's been unbelievable on the glass tonight. Isaiah Liafa grabs his own miss. Offensive rebound. Dane Samuel, same thing. Able to get to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line for a 3-point play.
He's got 14. Saints now lead by 2. Moments ago, it was the Bulls by 6. Bonus is short. Smith-Milner smart, but slapped it straight to Muhammad. What can the Bulls do from here? Still over 5 minutes to play. Muhammad. In fact, Scott it is. Short. Timmins puts it down. Give this man a vote.
Gets in the game, offensive rebound, put back.
Ties it up yet again.
Timmins has only missed 1 shot. I feel like we need to get him some more. Let the big fella eat.
Up to 14 points. 6 of 7 shooting. 9 rebounds, 6 assists, couple of steals and a block for Sam Timmins. 0% of your vote on the MVP poll tonight. Muhammad, too much space. Too much space, Miles.
He gets into that mid-range, and he is very dangerous.
25. Speaking of dangerous, Liafa short on the iron. Bulls by 2, 4.5 to play. They slow it down.
Liafa's played a lot of minutes tonight. Those last couple of shots falling short. Could that just be the fatigue setting in?
Scott, Timmins. Oh, Samuel, unlucky underneath.
Timmins' pressure on the glass there. Really helping the Bulls keep possession as Dane Samuel fumbles that one out of bounds and checks out of the game.
I'm not sure if Samuel asked for a rest, but I'd keep him out there right now. He's playing some really big parts in this last quarter. Timmins slapped away by Smith-Milner. Here come the Saints. Liafa pulls up. Can't put it away. Ben Levy off the glass. Bulls ball. Muhammad backs it out. The Bulls have slowed this down, Miles.
And I think that would work into their favour, the way they are geared offensively, as we see Muhammad get to the mid-range. Shout out to Daron Rokawa, the other guy that lives in the mid-range here in the Sal's NBL.
They're back out by 4. Air to respond. Rusbatch is gone for the night. He's done. Out of the game. He's got a bit of a limp on as well. I've seen that a couple of times tonight from Ethan Rusbatch. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here it is. Air on the drive. There's the foul. Hard foul in the end.
Hope Rusbatch is all right. He's got a big couple of weeks coming up with some tall black duties.
He has. Ben Air to the Chemist Warehouse. 16 points for him tonight. A perfect 5 of 5 from this spot. Isaac Davidson with some votes now. Don't know how Sam Gold's got 14%, but good on him. If you can get him, take him. Liafa still your vote for the MVP, 42%. As Ben Air converts one of those two, and we're at, in fact, sorry, both of those two, and we're back to 2. Scott, deep 2. Gee, he has been such a big part of this last quarter, Josh Scott.
He has, and making me eat my words. I said I'd like to see him get on the rim more, but knocking down some big jumpers here in the 4th.
9 for him. Foul called here.
As the officials have a little bit of a huddle.
Foul is on Dom Kelman Poto, and that's going to put the Saints back to the line again. 4 on Kelman Poto. Liafa at the Chemist Warehouse. Here's the replay. Oh, had he picked the ball up?
Looking to add to his tally of 32, make that 33.
Remember, I gave you all the stats on the Bulls and their fouling earlier on tonight, Miles. It's a problem for them. Foul count is 24 to 13 this evening. They've sent the Saints to the line 32 times.
And we did talk about that aggressive style that they play.
Yep.
And depending on the crew, as we see DKB long on that one, but Skinner.
No one was with him.
Cleans it up, just slips into the gap.
No one hit the body of Lee Skinner there. He just snuck in for 2. Easy as you like. 22 for him in the game now. Bulls by 4, 2:37 to play. Henderson short. And again, they slow it down, the Bulls.
Well, the time is, the clock is their friend right now, holding on to a 4-point lead. The more time they can burn gives the less time with the Wellington Saints, less time with the ball in hand.
Muhammad keeps the dribble alive. Tough shot. Defense wins out. Saints have got to come up with something. Air around Scott. Sends it to the corner. Smith Milner. No. Oh, rolled around, didn't it?
Timmins hauling in another rebound. 12th of the night. Bringing up his double-double a couple of rebounds ago.
Couple of minutes to play. Anyone's game. Muhammad inside. Skinner. No. Timmins battles. Skinner fouled. What a game tonight from Lee Skinner.
Late season pickup after they let Brantley go. He is fitting in very well with this group.
Double-double, 22 points, 12 rebounds. Bulls win this tonight. They jump above the Saints on the Sal's NBL ladder. They'll go to 3rd.
Assuring them of a home final.
I take that back. They'll go to 4th. Airs are in 3rd. Saints currently in 4th. My apologies. If the Saints win tonight, they go to 3rd.
They jump to 3rd.
Bulls win tonight. They go to 4th. Saints drop to 5th. Top 4 guaranteed a home final in the final 6.
It's been a while since we've had that home and away battle for the finals. I'm really looking forward to seeing what each team can do on their home court.
It's going to be big. Skinner nails both. We're at 6. 1:45 to play. This would be such a big win for this organisation. Air turns. That's off to the left. Rebound. Samuels back into the action. Bangs bodies with Timmins twice. Turns around. Puts it down. He's the man that can bring up the special things right now, Darnay Samuel.
He is. He has an ability to score the ball on the offensive end. Just use that strength and athletic ability to create his own shot.
16. 8 of 11 shooting for Darnay Samuel. Muhammad, short, gets after it. Does he foul? He does. He's out. Luther Muhammad's done. Big play for the Saints within 4.
Well, Sam Timmons was asking the question, what about the contact on the glass? Heavy contact as the big fella goes down.
Liafa, 10 of 12 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. Here's the replay. Muhammad gets after it and comes over the top. That's a foul. He's out. So Luther Muhammad done for the night. Listen to the crowd. 27 for him. Davidson back into the game. He's also got 4. In fact, he's got 3.
And I really like Davidson in the ball game right now. Not at the expense of Muhammad, but Davidson is a very smart, high IQ player on both ends of the floor. He can really make things happen and he can really settle things down. So depending on what's going on, I think Davidson's the guy to help the Bulls in this circumstance as we see a timeout.
Liafa 1 of 2 on that trip. He's got 11 of 14 from the stripe tonight. Bulls call the timeout with 1:09. There's the game MVP viewer poll. It's all about you. Get on your devices, click away. Fun and free sells pizzas up for grabs. Lee Skinner's jumped up to 10%. Heck of a game from him. Liafa deservedly 35 points leading the way. Muhammad has 20% of the vote. Sam Gold clearly has way too many friends.
Good on the young man.
Sam Gold tonight, 5 minutes 20, hasn't put up a shot, has taken 1 rebound, has 1 steal, and he's got 14% of the vote.
I'm all for it. All for it. Get out there, Sam Gold.
Still time to vote, get involved, have some fun with us right here on the mixandpick.com viewer poll. We love to hear from the fans, and right now the fans are on the edge of their seats. The Bulls looking to upset the Saints here in Wellington. Saints have lost 2 of their last 3 games on their home floor. Will it be a 3rd in 4 tonight? What would the message have been from Sebastian Gleim there?
Stop fouling, keep your hands out. Like you said, the Bulls given up 20% of their points.
They've given up
points against.
They've given up 26 points from the line tonight. 26. Turnover. They're going to back the Saints. Big block, Timmons. Oh, wow.
Huge defensive play after that turnover.
Slam and Sam. What a time to deliver a block like that. Now they settle with 48 seconds to play. 10 on the shot clock. Out by 3. Davidson, nowhere to go. Henderson, great defense. On the board, Saints come up with it. Both teams have their player timeout. 35 to play. Ben-Air.
Time and score is very important here as we see Ben-Air try and get that ball cross court.
Let's see what he does here. Smith-Milner got some space as Kelman Poto goes down. He drains it. Timeout Bulls. Crowd goes wild. Hiram Harris goes wild. Oh, what a play.
Here's the one for me. A week ago, we were in this situation, 21 seconds on the clock. And coach advanced the ball. Do you advance the ball right now? They've just turned it over in the backcourt. But if you advance, you're giving the Saints 7 seconds.
Going to be interesting, isn't it? We had this exact scenario, didn't we? You and I last week.
21 seconds, same time. I think it was 21-6 on the clock.
Well, they get 24 from the base. They advance, it's 14. You're right. If they advance in 14, they're going to give up 7.
That's right. Trent Adam would be screaming math right now. It's math. Come on.
Wow, what a game. Torrey Smith-Milner with the triple. Did you see Hiram Harris's reaction on the sideline? Crowd's gone wild tonight. We are tied up. Have a look at the fans. Oh, it's so much fun. What a way to finish round 12. Huge game of basketball in the Cells NBL tonight. And it is game on. First of all, how about the Saints defense to cause the turnover?
And then Tahi Smith-Milner. DKP slips over. Oh, he hasn't advanced.
Here we go. So, smart play for mine.
I agree.
I like it.
I concur.
Saints right up the floor here. They get the full 24. So the shot clock is off. Here we go. Ball into Scott. Air will be all over him. Scott gets past him. The speedsters. Bulls searching for a memorable win. Arguably one of the biggest wins of this organisation. Scott goes up, draws the foul. 5 seconds to play. Gonna be shots. Gonna be shots. No baseline ball. In fact, it's going to be on the side. How did you see that, Miles Pierce? The Bulls can't believe it.
It depends where Scott had picked up the ball and where the contact was. But for mine, he was only doing one thing.
Foul Liafa, so shot clock doesn't matter. Just get rid of everything. There's 5 seconds to go in the game. Can the Bulls come up with a clutch winner against the Saints in Wellington? The 12-time champs play a timeout. They want to have a chat. I like it.
Great decision.
I like it.
Great decision by coach not to advance the ball there.
Not sure if we've got a replay of that last foul. Question is, was it on the shot? The Bulls definitely thought so. Here we go. What's the call? Oh, there it is early. That's the right call by the coin officials.
Right call.
Well done.
Liafa's understanding of the foul count. Very good. You can see him foul and point right to the floor straight away.
Excellent decision by the coin officials. So here we go. Who takes the shot? Who takes it?
Muhammad or Russ? Oh, hang on.
Muhammad's
Sorry.
gone.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go. But this is the sixth foul argument coming into play.
Do you go inside to Big Sam? Does it come out to Skinner for the three?
I'd like to see.
Got to get it in. Kelman Poto. Scott. Great Scott. No. Can't do it. We're headed to overtime. What a game of basketball tonight in Wellington. Bonus hoops coming your way on Sky Sport. 100 apiece in a roller coaster performance by these two teams. Bulls win tonight, they go above the Saints. Saints win tonight, they go above the Airs. Game on.
And this really plays into Wellington's favour with Rusbach and Muhammad both out of the game. Dom Kelman Poto on 4, Skinner and Davidson, Scott all on 3. The foul trouble for the Bulls could really cause some issues in this overtime.
I think it's a really good call, Miles Pierce. Both teams re-get a player timeout as well. Let's just bring up the Cells NBL ladder so you can see what's at stake here tonight. Of course, it's a final 6, but the top 4 are guaranteed a home final. Rams, Tuatara, Airs, Saints, Bulls, Giants. That's the way it sits at the moment. Forget about the battle for 6th. Bulls win tonight, they leapfrog the Saints. Saints win tonight, they leapfrog the Airs. That's what's at stake.
And as we come down to the end of our season, isn't that what you want?
Absolutely.
So, games, big games, people jumping all over the place. Every single game has an impact. Liafa, Ben Air, both played 40 minutes so far.
Been huge, haven't they? As we've been saying all night, fouls have been an Achilles heel for the Bulls this season, and it may prove to be the case again tonight. Luther Muhammad, Ethan Rusbach both fouled out of this game in the last quarter. We won't see them again. Kelman Poto has 4, Josh Scott has 3, Isaac Davidson has 3, Lee Skinner has 3. For the Saints, they got nobody over 3.
And the Saints have come up with some very big defensive plays right at the right time, culminating in that Tahi Smith-Milner triple to tie it up.
If the Bulls get the win here in overtime, it is one for the ages for this team. It is absolutely one for the ages. Missing 2 of their starters, one a tall black, the other one second highest scorer in the competition. If they get over the line here...
And I understand that when the referee blows a whistle, that is completely out of your control. But the way they play, the assertive defense that they play, really does give the officials cause to blow that whistle. So while
foul count tonight is 25-15. I reckon the officials have been really good.
They have.
I reckon they've been really good.
I completely agree. But the defense, the style of defense and the physicality of the Bulls lends themselves to be in this situation.
Scott doubled out of play. Well, that is not a Bulls ball. That's right in front of us. That's come off Darnay Samuel.
That was right off Darnay Samuel's hand.
That is not the right call. Just as I've pumped them up, by the way. That is not the right call. We happen to be less than a metre from that. We won't get it on this view. That's come off Darnay Samuel. I'm telling you, that was right in front of us.
But you make your own luck sometimes, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Should have given you a whistle then. Oh, hard pass. Bulls get it back.
Christian Varno was open. Caught it on the full.
Ball don't lie, hey? Overtime tonight. Both teams have a player timeout reinstated for the overtime period. What can the Bulls do here? Foul on Ben Ayre. 4th team foul. In fact, it resets. You get a couple.
Only Ben Ayre's, yes. Only Ben Ayre's 2nd foul. No trouble there.
Yeah, it'll be to the line on the 3rd for our viewers. So forget about the team fouls as they show there on screen. That doesn't matter. Bulls have another chance. Scott, oh, it opens up for him. Josh Scott gets the roll. Opening points in overtime go the way of the Bulls, and he's off to the Chemist Warehouse. It just opened up.
It did, and that's, you know, he made some big buckets down that the 4th. A couple of really huge jump shots in that 3, but that is where his strength lies.
Oh, Smith Milner just got sucked out, didn't he?
Ready to get into their defensive coverages.
Just bring up that replay again if we can. I think we've got a moment. If we can bring it up again. Just watch, just there, Smith Milner, just a step too far and it all opened up.
Smith Milner was ready to defend as Scott came off the on-ball. Scott did a good job setting him up and rejecting the on-ball screen.
Puts it down. 12 in the game for him. Bulls land the opening blow in overtime. They lead by 3. Long way to go. A Sunday thriller in the Sal's NBL. Ben Ayre ties it up. There you go.
Ben Ayre answers right back.
21 for him. 103 apiece. Scott, no. Kelman Potto. Timmins all the way up, back near the centre line.
What a luxury the Bulls have there as we see Skinner fire and off on that one. But DKP and Sam Timmins doing some great work on the boards. Liafa going to work again.
The master, 35 tonight. Shot clock at 10. Runs into Timmins, who's called for the foul. That's his 3rd. Won't be bonuses, of course. Won't be bonuses because we reset in timeout. So it'll be a sideline ball. Resets to 2, and then you've got to get to 4 again. So Callum Welsh, the coin official, was all over that and just checking.
I'm glad he's aware of the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. They should be. That's their job. We're the ones that muck them up. Samuel has had a huge game tonight, Darnay Samuel. Against Sam Timmins. Gets it to go.
Same 3 gain the lead. For the first time in what seems a long time.
Scored the last 5. 3 to play in overtime. Scott, fancy stuff. Floats it up. Floats it in, ties it up, 105 apiece. Josh Scott is having some sort of a game. That MVP poll might be changing at the moment. Liafa, Samuel! Oh boy! Points are good. Davidson's out of the game. Or is it his fourth? It's his fourth.
Fourth foul on Davidson.
Samuel off to the Chemist Warehouse. What a pass, Isaiah Liafa. Look at the emotion. Darnay Samuel. He's got 20. You reckon this game doesn't mean much? Bulls viewers will be on the edge of their seats. Samuel converts. Long way to go, 3-point margin.
Let's see what the Bulls can answer back here.
Foul Smith-Milner. And I reckon that's going to be shots here. Is that their third in overtime? It is. Going to be shots.
And more importantly, that's 4 on Smith-Milner.
So both teams in the bonus now in overtime. How good has Josh Scott been down the stretch?
Well, he's really taken over and provided a scoring punch now that Rusbach and Muhammad have gone out of the game with fouls.
He's got 15, 2 of 2 from the stripe now. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Up to 16. Josh Scott, 77% shooter from the Chemist Warehouse.
Cuts the lead back to 1.
Keep an eye on Samuel. Keep an eye on Air. Keep an eye on Liafa. Keep an eye on Smith-Milner. Stars everywhere on the floor for the Saints. Liafa turns the corner. Nowhere to go. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Samuel had it. Lost it. Davidson. They're in. They're over it. They tie it up. Davidson saying, I yelled out a player timeout. That's what he's saying. It's going to be a Saints ball. Isaac Davidson is appealing. He said, I yelled out a player timeout. So Saints are going to come up with possession. Here it is, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Davidson after it. He's yelling out, timeout, timeout. But the coin officials have said no. Darnay Samuel had a piece of it.
So jump ball, possession arrow in favour of the Saints.
How did you see that? Coin officials are having a chat. Let's bring up the replay here while they have a chat. Now you watch Isaac Davidson. As soon as he gets the ball here on the floor, he starts screaming out timeout. Watch this. Here it is. Straight down, gets it, starts screaming it out right there. Did Darnay Samuel have enough of it?
That is a very good question. That's $1 million question right now.
Well, the 3 coin officials are together chatting about this. There's no question that Isaac Davidson was calling a player timeout. The question is, did Darnay Samuel have enough of it? And the answer is...
Not according to the officials.
Well, no, the answer is yes, he did, because it's a Saints ball. So they get possession arrow, and they've got possession.
I wonder if they're aware of 0.8 on the clock.
We're about to find out.
Because right now, this is a catch and shoot at most. We saw this happen earlier in the game.
Here we go. They are aware. Smith-Milner, the target. Block. Timmins. And it's going to be a shot clock violation.
It was the Rapid League, sorry, where there was 0.8 on the clock. And
mind you, it fell to Kelman Potol there. Why didn't they let that play out? Anyway, 2:19 to play. Saints by 1. Both teams still have their player timeout. Gee, Liafa nearly stripped that then. So close. Both teams in the bonus as well, Miles. Scott. Now with Davidson. Opens up on Smith-Milner, who comes down on a great defense. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bulls ball.
Great take from Davidson, but better defense going vertical. Tahi Smith-Milner able to shut it down.
Here's the replay. Smith-Milner across to help out. Did very well, didn't he?
He does that very, very well. Goes vertical, plays straight up, and he's so strong and strong in the air.
Oh, Davidson's off here with blood. Oh, this is bad timing for the Bulls. Lasongi comes onto the floor for the first time tonight. The first time tonight, Drew Leo Lasongi. Davidson's changing his shorts on the bench. Blood on the shorts.
Brody Perry being a good teammate, helping him out.
Timeout called by the Bulls. Ball was in play, but the whistle's gone. I don't know whether the Bulls should get a timeout there. Ball was handed to Josh Scott on the baseline. Coin officials chatting on the sidelines. Davidson's changed his shorts. Ball was handed to Josh Scott, and that's what Callum Welsh is saying, but it's going to be a timeout, Bulls. So Davidson will get the sub back in.
He will. So Drew Leo stepping on court.
Well, he'll step straight off here.
But he'll step straight off, and Davidson back in. His night was short-lived.
Brody Perry has changed shorts with his teammate. There was a dressing room going on the sidelines. But the news here should be that Isaac Davidson comes back onto the floor. 1 point game, 2:03 to play in overtime. Some smart coaching by Sebastian Gleim. Both teams still with their player timeout. Both teams in the bonus. Luther Muhammad fouled out in the fourth quarter. Ethan Rusbach fouled out in the fourth quarter. Kelman Poto has 4 fouls. Davidson has 4.
And just that extra added scoring punch of Rusbach or Muhammad would be a huge advantage right now, as Davidson isn't allowed to sub back in, or maybe they're waiting.
He's right in front of us. I think it's going to be the next one, so it won't be this one. So Drew Leo will stay out there. Davidson ready to come back in on the next whistle. Skinner to bring it in. Wanted Timmins. It's with Lasongi hands it over to Scott. 2 minutes to play, overtime. Scott steps back for 3! Great Scott!
As you were saying, 14% on the year.
Forget about that.
2 huge threes. One in the fourth and one in overtime as they take a 2-point lead with under 2 to play.
Liafa, air for 3, no, short. And the Bulls settle with 1:40 to play. How good has Josh Scott been tonight? Skinner. Shot clock at 10. Kelman Poto provides cover. Lasongi gives up the 3. Hands it off, turns it over.
He needed to shoot that one.
He did. Liafa. Just over a minute to play. Offensive foul. Saints turn it over.
And Darnay Samuel just too physical, trying to fight for position down low.
Davidson back onto the floor.
With 1:12 to go, 2-point game. The clock favors the Bulls. The foul count favors the Saints.
So Darnay Samuel with the offensive foul. Bulls possession, 1:10 to play. Scott across halfway. Plenty to go on the shot clock at 15 now. Kelman Poto wide open, sends it down low to Timmins, spins. Samuel there to meet him, he's double dribbled. Oh, what a mistake. He's double dribbled. Can you believe it?
Just needed someone coming around the 3-point line to give him a pressure outlet.
Huge error. Overtime, 45 seconds to play. Saints down by 2. Air. Corner. Henderson inside. Timmins, good hand. Trying to con the official there, Sam Timmins. It's the worst display of con I've seen, I think. clearly tapped that out of play. Shot clock at 7.
Hey, you'll take it if you can get it in this circumstance.
Shot clock at 5,
Skinner.
at 4, at 3. Samuel, no, loose ball.
Hasn't touched.
Smith-Milner didn't touch.
Nothing touched the rim.
You're right.
That is a shot clock violation.
Bulls come up with it. 100% spot on, Miles Pierce. That's why you're sitting right here. And the Bulls come up with it with 28.7.
The Saints don't need to foul here. If they can come up with a great defensive possession, they'll have at least 4 seconds.
They do foul. They do foul. It's on Henderson. 25.4. This is going to put the Bulls to the line up by 2. Both teams have their player timeout. Both teams in the bonus. What a game of basketball. If you aren't on the edge of your seat at home watching this right now, if you aren't entertained, rated E for entertainment, well, you lead a boring life.
You do indeed. Maybe it's just us. We watch a little too much basketball, but Scott has been so impressive throughout this fourth and overtime as Davidson.
Ice cold.
Just tough.
4 of 5 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. Second one goes down. Timeout called.
Plus 19.
What a game
for Davidson.
I said it earlier, Miles. I know the Bulls have been in the competition since 2020 at the Showdown. They get this tonight. I think it's the best win they've put together. I really do. Overtime in the capital. Down Rusbach, down Muhammad in the crunch.
And the impact it has on the ladder. I agree. This is one of the biggest wins in what is still a short franchise history, but it is a huge win if they can pull this off.
The only thing more startling tonight is Sam Gold at 15% on the MVP vote. Come on, seriously. How's Josh Scott not on there? How is Sam Gold at 15% and Josh Scott is not on the leaderboard? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. Seriously.
Sam Gold, Wellington guy.
Come on. Come on, Bulls fans. Scan that QR code and start voting for your man Josh Scott, because his last, 10 minutes?
His last 10 minutes. I'm all for Davidson and Scott here in this situation.
Wow.
Those guys are getting my vote. I think Davidson has been absolutely instrumental into what's going on. The foul trouble aside, he has had an outstanding game and just made 2 huge free throws.
Saints
to stretch this lead by 4.
Saints to advance here out of that timeout, as you would expect. So shot clock at 14, game clock at 25.4. I'm not writing the Saints off.
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
After watching that second quarter from Liafa, the way Ben Ayre shoots the ball, Smith-Milner shoots the ball, there is no way this game is over.
Here we go. Henderson, Liafa gets a lot of space here for 3. That's long. In fact, it's off to the side. Bulls come up with it.
And they're arguing that Timmins got a piece of that.
Well, the first signal was a Bulls ball, and it is going to be a Bulls ball. No deflection, says Sampan. Samuel argues the case. Doesn't matter. It's a Bulls ball. That's the decision. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here we go. Liafa's shot. Is there a hand? Oh, hard to tell from there. Player timeout. Smart. Up by 4.
Interesting.
Clock will come down to 14 though. Yep.
Once again, it's math.
Yep.
It comes down to math.
But I don't mind it up by 4.
No.
As long as they hold possession, they can use 14. Saints may be forced to foul. I know it'll leave 8.
And this is where you eliminate any chance of a backcourt turnover, as we saw earlier.
Yep. Well, let's see what they do out of it. McGilla, he's looking a little bit under pressure as well. Got to bring it in. Oh, there's an offensive foul here. Where's that come from? Offensive foul against
Isaac
the Bulls.
Davidson. That'll be 5.
Well, he's out. Oh, I've got to see that on the GJ Gardner replay. Here we go. Oh, he's lifted the left elbow. You just saw it there. He's out of the game. Just show that again if we can. Watch Isaac Davidson's left elbow here. And this is what it's for. Watch this right there on Smith Milner. Well picked up.
And this is where that ball on the baseline, time, everything going on.
Maybe it doesn't happen.
It's a crazy situation.
Wow.
But Miley checks in for his first minutes of the game. First seconds of the game.
What a time to come in. Oh, Kamapoto's out of the game. He's gone. Saints go to the line. Oh, what a night, what a game. 4 Franklin Bulls players fouled out. They lead by 4 in overtime. Ben Eyre goes to the Chemist Warehouse.
And now they have no timeout to advance the ball on a shorter clock after a poor offensive possession. A legal pick. No time goes off the clock, and DKP too aggressive on that show. Ben Eyre misses short on the first.
That's his first miss of the night. He was 7 of 7 before that. His first miss. Edge of your seat. Down. 3-point margin. Saints have got to get after it.
They
got
do.
Got a foul, don't they?
They do. But they're going to try. You can see they tried to trap first.
Got to get after this. Surely they've got to get after it. There's the swipe. Ben Eyre with the foul.
And it's always dangerous in that situation. Coaches should be saying, hey, we're going to trap and then foul, just because with the unsportsmanlike fouls, the way they're written, anything excessive, even though you're trying to stop the clock, and it's tactical more than anything else, the whistle could be blown in a unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, they lost a lot of seconds there, the Saints. Scott has missed the first.
Needs this one to go to give him a little buffer, or we could be getting into a second round.
He hadn't missed either from the line. Saints have got to play a timeout. Hits that. Margin at 4. Play a timeout called. 6.4 to play. Bulls by 4. They got 2 players on the floor who have literally sat plastered to the bench for the whole game.
Had great rapid league games, but that's been a little while ago now.
Well, they certainly don't want to foul on a 3-point shot here. Look for Eyre, look for Liafa. Margin at 4, 6.4, overtime tonight here in the capital. Can the Saints come up with a miracle? Got to get it in. Samuel fires from deep. It's clean. It's a miss. Bulls have it. Bulls win. What a victory for the Franklin Bulls. Quite incredible scenes here tonight. The Franklin Bulls jump into the top 4 with arguably one of the most memorable wins in this club's history. 113-109. The 2 teams come together to shake hands. What a victory tonight. What a game of basketball.
Absolutely outstanding, and what a show that these 2 teams put on. Liafa leading the way for the Saints, 35. 22 for Eyre, 21 for Dane Samuel. But just the group effort from the Franklin Bulls. Muhammad 27 fouling out, Davidson 15 fouling out, Rosbach 9 and fouling out, Skinner 24, and Scott absolutely a huge 20.
Liafa gets the viewer vote tonight for the MVP. Good choice, 34% for him. Josh Scott finally got in there at the end. Liafa, your vote, your MVP. Thanks for joining in. Congratulations to our Sal's Pizza winners. The Bulls in an absolute thriller tonight. They have taken the Saints down. The Saints have lost 3 of their last 4 at home. And the Bulls are into the top 4. Chemist Warehouse stats, Liafa with 35. Muhammad fouled out in the fourth quarter with 27. Skinner, what a game from him. Josh Scott, quite incredible down the stretch. Skinner comes up with 14 rebounds, double-double for him. Timmins leading the way with the assists as well. Timmins with 3 blocks tonight.
Yeah, and was very quiet in that stat in the first half. So Timmins did a great job stuffing the stat sheet.
There they are, the Bulls. What a victory for them. 4 players fouled out. They get the win in overtime. And maybe Miles Pierce, that now propels them to a real launch on a championship in season 2024. Games to come. Round 13 tips off on Wednesday night. Tuatara at home to the Nuggets. Thursday night, Hawks at home to the Saints. The Saints licking their wounds. They head north. They take on the Hawks. They've also got the Rams next week. Friday night action, the Sharks at home to the Fi. The Fi needing to win to stay in contention for the final 6. Your final words tonight on the Bulls?
Just an absolutely outstanding effort for 45 minutes. What a grind, but got it done. Cells
NBL rated E in season 2024, and it delivered tonight. Epic, entertaining, exciting, and filled with energy. What a barn burner, what a blockbuster. In overtime tonight, the Franklin Bulls have taken down the Wellington Saints 113 to 109. Hope you enjoyed it. See you for round 13 on Wednesday night.